Clearly, this is an old mug. They replaced college with university. And yesterday was the school's 22nd birthday. Funny enough. So anyways, hello, what's going on, my Gemsters? It's me, Zyman, again. Got my Eggo shirt on again. Hee Yeah? Yeah, it's on the... right there. I have a webcam cover as well. I use this. And you guessed it, another Christian video, part 58, 60. Not excited. But I feel like I have to, because I cannot back down now. Can I quit?
On September 9th, 2017, Christine revealed on Facebook a new drawing of her girlfriend, Jessica Quinn, writing that she had turned out to be the woman initially named Lovely Weather, Chris's destined girlfriend, as depicted in issue 10.
Oh.
Similarities in their drawing.
She's Lovely Weather?
The next day, Chris went to Twitter to compliment My Little Pony voice actress, Andrea Lipman, on her cute performance style after seeing the latest episode of the cartoon series. Jessica saw the tweet, which was also shared on Chris's Facebook profile, showing her surprise at Chris's comments. Chris apologized, stating that she only wanted...
Man, like, Poopy made a really cute icon for Christine. It's a shame that Christine was such a fucking creep.
Just to let Andrea know that she liked the way she said her lines, and meant for the comment to stay on Twitter. Jessica wrote that it was odd how Chris wanted to tell the voice actress that she liked the sound of her voice, when Jessica was waiting for Christine to get back to talking to her.
Bro, she looks creepy.
That Chris allegedly belonged to her, accompanying her message with a selfie of threatening aura.
Damn.
Chris afterwards publicly acknowledged that she belonged to Jessica, and was not interested at all at pursuing anything more than platonic communications with artists which she liked. On September 11th, Christine wrote an email to controversial illusionist and self-proclaimed psychic Yuri Geller, asking for his advice regarding psychic powers.
Oh, God.
Hello, Yuri. Guessing you might predict my email to you. Close parentheses. Anyhow, I am Miss Christine Chandler, from Virginia, USA. I just read your name in the psychokinesis chapter of my copy of Developing Psychic Skills. I have been working on my own psychic skills. I have found I do have some, and I practice most daily. I am so close to making the trading card I've been practicing with, or even my pen, levitate. If I can, I would like to seek a more expert psychic skill training. I'm a still getting out there artist and creator. Anyhow, should you help me get further on with my skills, or guide me well, I would be most grateful.
Are you regarding the Coke bottle? I like how it's spelled with a K there. Also, it was always so hard for me to find my name spelled right. Especially Z-O-E, that's it. Eventually I found one. Eventually.
Have a great and safe day. Sent from my iPhone. Stay safe. Christine W. Chandler. Geller's responded. Hi, Christine. I don't teach one-on-one or give lessons. Most of my books are free to read on my website. I believe you are wasting your time. There are more productive things in life than levitating a pen. Put your energy into those. Being a motivator, helping others, a bit of meditation, some spirituality, empowering others, etc., etc., etc. Much energy and love, Yuri. Sent from my iPhone.
Sent from my iPhone.
The next day, Christine responded with another email.
You know you can change that to something different.
I have my psychic friend.
Hey, you know you can change that signature from sent from my iPhone to something else, right?
Magichan Sonichu, and my own dimensional psychic links to my Quickville and beyond. I have had a lot of deja vu moments in my life. I'm not just looking for mere levitation, but I intend to do a lot more good with my psychic powers to bring peace and take down up to all of the internet haters and bullies. I need to do all these in my own control, and I did also ask for recommendations of anyone else who could help me better develop my powers. Your frank response left me feeling disappointed and disgusted with you right now. Until the later time,
he's telling the truth.
Because I have a lot of other stresses in my life.
His books are free to read.
Sent from my iPhone. Stay safe.
You can just do that. What if her books are about?
Christine went to Twitter to post a seductive photo of Jessica, possibly sent to her privately, proclaiming that she was a real person and that they had future plans in the making. The next day, it became clear that Chris was listening to the Lazy Cast, a podcast featuring Planet's Stolen creator, Yubi Doover, and her boyfriend. On the 14th, Chris changed the payment method for her supporters on Patreon to upfront charging to prevent patrons from joining and then leaving before they were due for payment. Members of the QB Farms noticed that Chris's announcement post was near directly copied from a Patreon post written by creator Kip Tay, who specialized in illustrating chubby anime girls. On September 16th, Chris showcased an updated full-body drawing of Lovely Weather, modeled after Jessica, promising to feature her in future Sonichu issues.
Oh, God.
On that same day, Christine attended the Charlottesville Pride Festival.
Oh, my God, how the fuck?
Printed in the Daily Progress newspaper, wearing her oft-seen headgear of pony ears and unicorn horn. Apart from having a few photos of her taken, little is known of her activity at the event. On September 17th, Christine posted on Facebook a new drawing depicting her girlfriend, Jessica Quinn, in pony form.
How is she always getting on some kind of news? It's insane.
She posted another illustration of Diamond and Chris's pony character, Nightstar, together, revealing that they are canonically a couple, or shipped. Jessica herself commended Chris's drawing efforts in the reply section. 2 days later, Chris angrily demanded on Twitter for trolls to stop bothering her Jessica, sharing the video regarding the relationship which she had made over a week prior. This was followed by 2 brief posts shared both on Twitter and Facebook, the first of which proclaiming that not all trolls were bad, and then declaration.
Not all men. So I'm joking, stop.
That she thought kiwis were tasty. Members of the QB Farms felt that her recent posts were prompted by a troll, likely Jessica Quinn. On September 21st, Christine shared on Twitter her tips for growing larger breasts naturally by eating 12 foods per day and believes all non-sweet foods.
Yeah, that fat's not gonna go to your tits if you're eating just fries.
Chris gaining weight and retaining water.
12 prunes? Those are not fucking prunes, dude. Those are fries. And that fat is not gonna go to your tits, I can tell you that.
Was the result of Quinn's influence, as she was known to follow several Facebook pages concerning fetishization of overweight women.
Thick girls uncut wings.
When Jessica Quinn replies to
Yes, please.
Chris's post, looking forward to the results of her efforts.
Oh, fuck, this pimple on my face
Kim
hurts.
Wilson elaborated that phytoestrogens, as contained in soy and fruits,
Fuck, like my putting my fist here. Ow!
resulted in increased amounts of salty poops. Chris countered her comment with links to articles from which she gathered information regarding breast increase. Kim found it sad that many girls were deceived by such pseudoscience promoted by websites preying on their insecurities to make a quick buck.
Damn.
Christine asked Kim,
Okay, the fact that I'm starting to really agree with Kim here for everything she says is crazy. So I used to be like, shut the fuck up, Kim Wilson. But now I'm like, becoming less of a troll and more like someone who's actually giving advice to Christine. It is crazy.
she couldn't say something supportive or positive instead, to which Kim replied,
There's no evidence it works,
trolls
literally.
many times before. She was hoping that she wouldn't get tricked again.
Why can't you say something supportive or positive for once here? Bruh, she's literally trying to help you.
Back to power.
Okay, fine. I don't care.
Websites, adding that she was supportive, but could not support.
Yeah, I don't support false hope,
She wrote
exactly.
that the best way to increase breast size.
It is funny coming
was
from
to
a
do
troll
surgery
saying
or change
that.
in weight.
But, you
If Chris
know.
were to gain weight, some might go to her breasts, and if she lost weight, she would increase the perceived length of her penis. On September 23rd, in response to a
No.
tweet, Christine posted a newer photo of her cat, Sorbet, clearly showcasing the damage to his eyes. She later clarified that the photo had been taken a couple of months ago, and that his one-caught eye had recovered considerably. On that same day, Chris wrote a long Facebook post featuring
Oh,
her review
dude.
of the Christian documentary on YouTube made by Satchmo.
Well,
I was afraid of watching the
Thank you.
Christian documentary, as I thought it would hurt me with a lot of the recounting of the events I was trolled and bullied, for the most part. But on the other hand, there could have been some commentary from various people talking about how they were inspired by me, or something, I don't know. I felt it would be way too much for me to endure watching it, so I covered my eyes with my turby twist. I had my earbuds plugged into my iPod. I listened to the whole thing. I cried at some of the pre-2004 topics, as they were not offensive. They reminded me of times when I was so young that I was like this or that. My tears welled into the turby. For about everything before 2004, it was positive, it was kind. And then, starting with the early days of my sweetheart search, and Megan, and Snyder, Mary Lee Walsh, I had a bunch of oh my god moments in response, but that was cake. And then, I heard the old song I sang, that makes me cringe now, in tune to I Want It That Way, from NSYNC, with Rage, and then the sagas, with the trolls and theoretical evidence. All of that was a medium-sized slice of hell to me. So, in my overall feeling of that documentary, I gave it a thumbs down on YouTube. I feel like it was about 45% hellish out of the whole hour. I really wish, and I feel, it would do me a whole better world
Okay.
of good for a documentary or a full compilation of recorded video testimonies from all of the people who were actually touched by my work or by my kindness and efforts in the genuine positive words to outweigh all that 4 years of hate, 07 to 11. I want that video made. You all wanted me to watch this documentary. I had emotional difficulties listening to it. It is done. There will not be any reaction video of me watching this documentary, ever!
yeah,
Soon
that
after, she
sucks.
wrote an update regarding her want for an updated documentary featuring testimonies from the many people. For example, those she met at BronyCon,
Damn, she's
who she
a
attached
yapper.
positively. Chris
Well,
also
it's not
felt
saying
that
shit.
the trolling sagas to summarize and showing off more of her kindness and personality would benefit the documentary. She addressed her past homophobic remarks, clarifying that the trolls imagery on her Wikipedia website badly triggered her, but she became tolerant of gay men by then, as long as behind closed-door content was not pushed onto her. On September 26th, Christine posted screenshots of tweets that she had liked from creators No Whacking and Doopy Do-Over, both of whom had her
Oh.
blocked, which would have prevented her from seeing their Twitter activity. This meant that she was using another account, bypassing their block. However, QB Farms users noticed that upon checking the activity on her other known account, Lightstar2891, they found that the account's like history did not match the screenshots Chris posted,
Oh.
which meant that she was likely using yet another Twitter account.
Jeez
Probably twice more malicious, with
Christ.
some followers previously suspected being Christine.
So leave
She
her
gave the name on the site as
alone.
Kurt Barnson, a name near identical to a pseudonym used by Jerry Seinfeld in the TV show Seinfeld. Possibly after seeing the information posted on the forums, Jessica confronted Chris for secretly following female creators like Doopy and broke off their
Oh
relationship.
my god.
Chris changed her relationship status on Facebook to It's Complicated, while Quinn changed hers to Single. Jessica followed up with a short post and replies to comments regarding her irritation at a certain line, untrustworthy individual, without explicitly referring to Chris. Christine then wrote a post, regretting lying to protect from the truth and sneaking to hide from the bullies. Shortly after, she updated her Facebook profile picture to a 7-second-long video of herself crying and pleading for Jessica to not leave her.
Girl.
Jessica, I'm so sorry. I don't want
Oh, fucking hell.
Jessica accused her of lying because she thought she could get away with it, saying not to blame her actions on the bullies, and attached a photo of herself, scowling. Soon after, Christine
Girl.
noted that her head was feeling constricted and that she would be taking some time off away from her phone. Presumably after a private conversation, the two changed their relationship status back to being in a complicated relationship with
Oh, it's very
Shortly after,
complicated.
Chris wrote on Twitter that she was to regrettably quit following the LazyCast podcast featuring Doopy Do-Over, apologizing to them for unsubscribing. Jessica replied, thanking Chris for her decision. Christine then unfollowed Doopy and No Whacking on her Trisparlicious Twitter account. She elaborated on Facebook that cutting off these ties felt like she was conceding defeat against her will, but did so to fulfill her promise. A Facebook friend expressed concern over her willingness to cut the aforementioned ties if she was being forced into it, while Quinn showed surprise at Chris claiming that her actions were being done against her will. 2 days later,
Oh, well,
Christian
shit.
posted new unfinished pages of Sonichu, which revealed possible influence from Jessica Quinn and the fact that Rosechu had begun to excessively eat and became overweight.
Oh,
Later
girl.
on, Twitter user Yvonne Mora accused Chris of stealing a work of fan art by Gabriel Montero to use for the banner of her Patreon page. Chris defended
Oh,
himself, writing that it was
shit.
a piece of art
That's
and
crazy.
full appreciation of the artist.
Should I start a
It was
Patreon?
also not considered stealing because Sonichu,
I don't know.
Rosechu, and the city of Quickville were her creations. On October 3rd, Chris launched a new store on the merchandise creation site Redbubble, selling items branded with photographs
Oh,
of Chris
God.
before her transition, which included skirts or framed photographs.
That's insane.
priced at up to $80.
Of course it's on
Christine
Redbubble.
recorded a second interview for the podcast Internet Dream Lounge with the hosts Merriweather and
Dang, why does this picture go hard, though? What the hell?
Easy K, promising to ask more tough questions and plan out the interview accordingly to make it more interesting than the previous effort, which had to be scrapped.
I'm good. You're doing quite fine. We already did this interview already. I just want to re-record it because the last one was quite boring. And also a few times I slipped up and didn't call you by your proper pronoun. So what was it you told me to do this time in order to make sure I don't slip up and call you he instead of she?
Pretend you're talking with Natalie Portman. Hello, I'm Miss Natalie Portman. It's a party, all right?
All right.
Is Natalie Portman in the room right now?
Apparently she is.
Natalie Portman here?
Girl.
Anyway,
They briefly discussed the villains of the Sonichu universe and the politics.
I don't remember her sounding like that, but okay.
Who allegedly kickstarted Chris's descent into autism.
early back in your timeline,
I
like the
totally
farthest
forgot what
back
she
you can
sounds like,
remember,
to be
there was
honest,
an event
but
which
not
shaped you as a
that.
person. It was when your childhood babysitter, who I believe she's called Miss Roach, she locked you in your room because you were
Roach.
interrupting a phone call. Now, I asked you this question in a private chat between you and I, but I would like to ask you again so you can
Roche
elaborate on it
Poussey.
in our interview. Would you ever consider putting Miss Roach into your comic as a villain?
Very unlikely, because I have very little information or recollection about her past or current appearance, much less her first name. So that would be a big no.
Fair enough.
Very well. Because a lot, like that's kind of like the ground zero of everything Christian, of everything Christery, as it's called. Do you know that term, Christery?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, all right, that's good. You like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, wonderful. Like that's kind of like the ground zero of everything Christian, of everything Christery, as it's called. Do you know that term, Christery?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, all right, that's good. You like that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Wonderful.
Okay.
Chris, let's play a game of Thug, Marry, Kill. All right. It's kind of a party game, so I guess you.
Oh, God.
have to play it. It's not something you do in high school. I will mention 3 people, and here's the rules: you have to fuck one, you have to marry one, and you have to kill one.
Okay.
So let's start out with Hillary
That's
Clinton
crazy.
and Donald J. Trump.
Oh, that's an obvious one. I'd have sex with Hillary Clinton.
Yes.
Let's see. Well,
I don't know, man. Obama's the throat goat, so I don't know. Obama's the third certified throat goat, so I'd probably fuck him. Kill Donald Trump, obviously. Maybe marry Hillary. I don't know.
swap that. I'd marry Hillary Clinton. Okay, I'll play with Barack Obama. Kill Donald Trump.
We went with the same options. That's
I
crazy.
watched the political debates before.
Oh my
the
God, that's
election.
crazy.
All 3 of them, and I could see from a mile away that he was an obvious.
No way she would fuck Obama too. That's fucking funny.
Psychologists have coined this narcissist, and his actions since he came into office have definitely reflected all that.
I mean, they're all
Well, let's not get
narcissistic.
too
I
into
mean,
politics. Do we have anything else? All right.
I'm not completely one-sided here.
Chris, what's your biggest regret?
Hence why I think the fucking two-party system is shit.
Regret. Yeah, albeit seemingly minor, I'd have to say my biggest regret
Really?
was when one of my theater romances told me that she was fascinated with cake farts.
Fucking
I
hell.
paid $11 for this
Ew.
chocolate cake from Walmart. I had actually cut me a piece out of beforehand.
Please.
And well,
Ew.
I sat bare ass on the cake. And after that, it was made not edible, and then I ended up having to trash that remaining cake that I sat on.
Jeez.
I mean,
Well, that's
Okay,
that
sorry
seems
about the
like-
cake, man.
Other than that, just want to ask you, Chris. You are.
Sorry about the cake, man.
Sorry about the cake.
Just want to ask you, Chris. You are obviously more and more aware these days that you do have a sort of ironic kind of infamy around you and your comic. Why do you think people kind of are so fascinated by specifically you?
I'm not really sure, but I'd like to think among which I actually was a victim of a whole bunch of internet trolls and cyberboys, the real actual bad people, and that I stood against them the best as I was able to, and while I was down and out for a while, I definitely made a rebound and came back around.
They continued to discuss topics largely covered
Sure.
during their first
Sure.
attempt, such as her history with trolls, comic developments, and prospect of jobs.
Natalie Portman or Christine Weston Chandler, thank you very much for joining in. Do you want to do a little bit exit?
Natalie
Our
Portman.
podcast name is Internet Dream Lounge. Do you want to give us an exit?
Ow.
Yes, this has been the Internet Dream Lounge.
Fuck.
Listening to Miss Christine Weston Chandler. And easy going. Y'all have a blessed and safe day. Stay
No.
safe, well, love.
Oh, seriously, his real name?
Christine, you just doxed me.
Well, you said his real name. The fucking music.
Also on October 4th, Christine created a new account on the site Kiwi Farms using the username Legendary Christorian and announced via a lengthy post that she came to gather respectful questions directed at her from forum members and plans to answer them in video form. She aims to come back once per week to take on any new questions and allowed her responses to be shared in the possible development of a better video documentary or series of her characters. Later that day, she live streamed her responses to 40 questions on YouTube.
Oh,
First off, yes, that was me on the aforementioned Kiwi Farms. That
Like
was the one
kiwis?
post. I shall never make another post again on that web forum. But I felt the need to establish that I am to face
what happened to the fork?
good and bad, because we're all still individual people. And very importantly, I do this because this is like eventually happening, been waiting to happen. I face my demons of the past that have been lingering on to me for so many years. I have not been able to since I was naive, either in regular, even with regular or superpowers. I still need to address these concerns individually. And then we can move forward, and thus allowing me to ultimately find true peace of mind and solace between me and my sweetheart. And of which she has definitely voiced concerns against me doing this. But this is something that just was going to eventually be done anyway. So, to you, my sweetie, while your comments between our back and forth earlier today, they did sting me quite a bit. Mm-hmm. But
Fair
I
enough.
do this for us, my love. Believe you me, my heart, my soul is in the right place. Okay, so without further ado, we'll answer some questions. So firstly, 2 questions.
This fucking music is gonna turn me into Pearl. The A24 movie.
That were proposed to me off of Twitter. One of
Please, I'm a
If there was
star!
anything you could change in your future message that you had made on your 25th birthday, what would it be? Initially, I would definitely remove the stay straight and swap that with find yourself for who you are.
Facts.
Whether you be straight, gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans, whatever. You are you. You are an individual. You should love, accept, and appreciate yourself.
Unless you're a man.
Well, I'll answer this one. It's over my head, over my knowledge. But have you ever thought about applying for Section 8 housing? As far as I'm concerned, I'll take that under consideration. But at the moment, at this present time, I'm not looking to move out just yet. Eventually, I may. That is still years later. I can't say for certain right now.
Girl, you're pushing 40 at this point.
Thought
I
about
hate to
making
say
a
it,
guys
but-
again. That is in the process. As me and my associates, we're working on expanding our businesses, the business and whatnot.
By the way,
Just
currently
opened,
she doesn't live with Barbara because of the
Redbubble
incest
store
charges.
just yesterday. We'll eventually find somebody who can make the medallions on my behalf, and those will be well to go. Okay, yes, this is a very valid question. Do I believe that Quidville, Equestrian, and other such places exist in different dimensions? Yes! Yes, I believe very much in the different dimensions. And I have access. If I have access to all those dimensions, I can fuse it into them just like my OC, Night Star, can see into our dimension, our reality, watching our YouTube videos,
Really?
and visiting us.
Is she watching my videos about you?
Visiting our dimensions.
Trying to kill me right now?
Ooh,
Oh, fuck.
he's the doctor.
He's right there.
He's the doctor. Yes, he's
Hey.
the doctor. Doctor, yes, he's the doctor. Oh, look, who's the doctor? Yes, he's the doctor. Jumping gigawatts. Although, possibility of children after my full transformation into being a full woman, I have heard it's successful. I can eventually bear my own child, but I'll just leave that up to future events when that can actually
Well,
happen.
don't.
As of at this moment, that's still debatable, and I'm not going to fret too much over that right now. That's all the questions. So now, with this,
That's a
task,
big piece
I'll
of
take the first
chicken.
step
Shit.
towards facing my demons of my past. And once again, I want to reiterate, do not contact any of my friends, any of my family, or any of my associates, and including and especially my sweetheart, then
Who?
I will not answer any more questions. Okay, well, aside from that, I think I'm good for this time. So, until next video I record or the next question I answer, everybody, y'all have a great, safe day. Thank you for your kindness and your respect and listening.
Okay, now.
On October 5th, Chris posted on Facebook in disbelief after finding out that Jessica Quinn's Facebook profile had been deactivated. In a hasty effort to make contact with her, Chris made sure to YouTube video.
Sweetie, love, it's not your Facebook account is being deactivated. What the hell is going on?
Oh,
I'm
no.
worried. What the hell? There's something going on. I need you to tell me right away, please. You can reach me at my phone number. Text me.
Whoa.
What's going on, sweetie? What the hell?
Stop talking to yourself, bro.
Jessica soon messaged her, telling her that the trolls hacked her true Facebook account because Chris had interacted with them on the farms, in spite of her warnings. She called for an
Of course. We'll put this away. Ooh, hot. Fuck. Oh, shit. I'm out. What did I expect? It's buffalo. Look, I really like buffalo chicken, okay? You.
because her involvement with the trolls and celebrities would badly affect her personal and professional reputation.
Oh, no.
Christine then posted a screenshot of their last conversation on Facebook, saying goodbye to Jessica and telling either Jessica or the trolls that they would have the rest of their life to think about it. She then
Wow.
backstabbed by people she had decided to forgive, referring to the trolls. In the replies,
Okay.
Mrs. Trolls from gal pal Kim Wilson wrote that she was sorry that Jessica had stabbed Christine in the back.
What?
Chris clarified that it was the
Girl.
trolls that stabbed her in the back by hacking into her account.
Stick up your ass and
Why
comment.
did they do that? To which Chris replied by calling her an unsupportive friend, as well as a drunk, high aqua teen addict with her sweetheart. Chris further added that Kim was high, shitted up, and stuck up her ass in comments and
My
replies.
God.
Kim Wilson did not understand why Chris was so angry with her, with Chris later telling the trolls that Kim could tell them who was the magical man who appeared in the YouTube video with Chris in 2010.
Oh.
Chris could not remember his name.
Oh, shit.
Not long after, Christine posted another video on YouTube.
Oh, this fucking video.
Upset right now.
I feel like I've seen this video like a million fucking times.
Open myself up to the damn bunch of internet trolls.
Why does she have to fucking like, you damn internet troll? I'm not gonna understand you, girl. Thank you, Gina, for putting the subtitles. But every time I watch this video, I can never fucking understand what the fuck she's saying.
What the fuck? You hacked her account! You hacked into her Facebook, you goddamn miserable, worthless cretins! Just destroying your relationship! You... All I wanted to know was my peace of mind and happiness. I thought y'all wanted that from me too. Now, obviously, I was so fucking wrong!
I like how Gino wrote that as sofa king. The other way, hold on, where is this? Hold on, wait. Sofa King we Todd did. I really am. See, look, this one. Fuck, it's on Reddit. Sofa King. I'm so fucking happy. I love it. That's smart. I like it.
Oh, really? This time! This is not funny and you'll laugh. This is not funny! It's serious! These cuties! Turn it over with and moreover, you are just ultimately, really, crazily, you are so super fucked up, cursed. Good.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Kristen posted a photo of her mother, Barbara, coming to console her with a tissue on Facebook, accompanied by Barbara's personalized message to Jessica. Things can be fixed, but broken hearts suffer. Please give Christine another chance. Christine then changed her Facebook profile picture to the video of her crying for Quinn.
Really?
She later returned to Kiwi Farms to write one final post.
Ah! Fucking blood clawing my coochie!
Her life is ruined, and it was my fault for trying to make peace with you lot. I really wish I never created this.
With you lot.
Reach out. Good fucking bye. On October 6th,
I love
she
it.
wrote on Facebook angrily that she was the infamous centerfold that every stalker followed, who nobody wanted to be around because of her bloody fans, sharing the music video for the song Centerfold by artist Jay Giles Band.
Oh.
She soon after added that she was experiencing celebrity infamy discrimination. This
What?
was followed by
Okay,
an attempt
girl,
by
what?
Jessica Quinn to apologize and reconnect. It was soon uncovered that this was not the same account, which had been deactivated, and likely the attempt of a troll.
Oh, what the fuck?
Come for Chris, apologizing for the madness, and confirmed that the previous message was a troll attempt. She confessed that she was still open to Chris as a friend, and would leave her Facebook account open only for Chris to message her if she wanted, with all of her posts and comments
damn.
history deleted. Doopy Do-Over then returned to the QB Farms to leave a few comments on the thread regarding the fake Jessica interaction, after becoming upset by the relationship situation. Chris also returned to the forums to read through the
What?
thread
I wanna
and
see
leave
Doopy's
likes and
comments.
ratings on Doopy's posts. Afterwards, Chris resumed watching Doopy Do-Over on YouTube,
Wait, hold on.
thread, and
Come back. This whole saga. Who thinks capable of growing and learning? Doopy's talking about you, Chris.
direction after becoming upset by the relationship situation. Chris also returned to the forums to read through the thread and leave likes and ratings on Doopy's posts. Afterwards, Chris resumed watching Doopy Do-Over on YouTube and also the LazyCast podcast, which featured her. Christine then lashed out both on Twitter and Facebook, lamenting that she did not have Jessica to feed her and have her watch her belly grow like her Sonichu characters. She shared
the
a photo
hell?
of the
Ew.
ice cream candy cup she was having, feeling discordant because she was not sharing it with Jessica. This was followed by another photo, this time focusing on Chris's large belly, writing that all of it could have been Jessica's. The next
Are you
photo was
fucking
Chris
kidding
recording her
me?
reaction after receiving a brain freeze from eating ice cream, placing her headache on Jessica's conscience.
What the
The
fuck?
next day, Chris went to see the new My Little Pony prequel movie at the cinema, along with some of her friends from the Pokemon League Club, which she would attend at the Ant Games card game shop. She wrote on Twitter that while she was waiting to meet up with her friends, she reflected that her girlfriend was unsurprisingly absent from the movie event because she broke up with Christine due to her fan base. Later that day, she confessed that she felt she was famous like a princess and had the difficult obligation to keep as many
Girl.
and loved close ones as possible happy. This was followed by an announcement that she was recovering and was not going to kill herself as life and her work resumed. She then went to Twitter to reveal that the zip code of Quickville, Virginia was 16429.
Girl, what the
Not
fuck?
long after,
Oh.
Chris updated her followers with a new page from Sonichu, showing Sonichu's dramatic weight loss to return back to normal. On October 8th, she reminisced on Facebook that she missed the original Sonichu medallion, which was destroyed by a group of trolls pretending to be her first theoretical ex-girlfriend,
Oh.
Weiss, in 2008.
Oh.
She announced, for the sake of history, that their prank was not only not funny, but disastrous, as its destruction caused 4 years of memories, soulful, and perhaps even real magic, to disappear. She wished for a moment of silence for her first medallion, and hoped to continue
Damn,
her
shit.
generation forevermore. On October 9th, Christine made a new video, focusing on updates to her Patreon page.
Hello there, citizens of Quickville and the internet. Y'all know me? I'm Christine Weston Chandler, formerly Christian, Christopher. And I'm the true and honest
Good
creator of
fart.
Sonichu, the electric Pokemon, for 15 years. And I've been drawing my books and preparing for worse. It has affected thousands of readers over the years.
Oh man, tell me
This is an
that.
updated introduction to my Patreon, because not only do I need money to help pay the household bills,
And
but
Legos.
to expand on the merchandising, including finding somebody to make the custom Sonichu and Rubbish figures of the whole set. Anybody interested in
I didn't even
applying
walk in a whole
to,
house. Shit.
become a custom crafter of the Amiibo figures and medallions? They may submit their applications to my associate, where I'll put that communication email address in below this video upon uploading.
She goes through the available donation tiers, ranging from $10 to $500, and explains their varying rewards.
Oh,
So anyway,
alright
I thank
then.
everyone for their continued support over the years, and to all historians and all their support and everything. Again, I am Miss Christine Weston Chandler, female pronouns. Thank you very much, and have a great and awesome, safe day.
Fun. What happened to the music note? Why is it
It
covered
was
now?
around that time that members of the Kiwi Farms noticed a curious occurrence in the latest episode of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, titled Once Upon a Zeppelin. In it, a background pony character is spotted a few times, wearing large glasses, a striped greenish polo shirt, and had a faded In one moment, he was the only character in the shot frowning and not showing happiness for another pony winning a contest. There was also an older pony couple, who some forum members suggested to be representative of Chris's parents. Bob and
No.
Barbara. In addition, these three were the only ponies in the shot to be wearing clothing.
What the
Acknowledged
fuck?
the speculation and doubted that the aforementioned pony was based on her previous likeness. She added that she would prefer to appear on the show as the voice of her original character, Nightstar, and believed that the possible parody of Chris Chan could
Fuck.
be confirmed or denied by a direct statement from voice actress Tara Strong or someone else involved in the
I
production
don't
of the
fucking know,
cartoon.
man.
On October 9th, Chris left a comment on her past friend, Megan Shorter's business's Facebook page.
No, leave her alone.
Felt anthropomorphic animals. Christine complimented Megan's talents and sent her and her family many blessings.
Exactly. Thank you, whoever commented that.
Megan's talents and sent her and her family many
Leave Megan alone, you sick fuck. You did enough harm to her. Exactly. What the fuck?
a blessing. On the 10th, Chris wrote a lengthy post after watching a YouTube video from My Little Pony commentator, Dr. Wolf, which focused on fanfiction. She remembered how appalled and disgruntled
I'm
she
pretty
felt
sure
after
she's got some
discovering the
trauma
Aspen
because of you,
series
Chris.
created by the troll Alec Benson Leary due to the lack of love and respect for the Sonichu characters and story which had inspired it. However, she had grown up mentally and emotionally since that time and acknowledged previously detested fanworks as stepping stones for fan artists who would continue to refine their craft and create bigger and better stories in the future. The next day, she reviewed the fan comic Sonichu Finale by Harry
Whoa.
Darths. While Chris applauded the artist's
Whoa.
drawing style
Oh
and
my
plotline,
God,
she greatly
damn.
disapproved of the banning and killing of LGBTQ characters.
Those titties,
Later that
jeez.
day, she requested that she wanted the artists of the various fanworks of Sonichu to print physical copies of the
Those
comics
titties
and
could
send them
feed
to
a whole
her.
family of 5, maybe even my
Chris
family of like
apologized for
million.
reacting to what she did in response to his Aspen comics. On October 12th, Christine commended the fan comic story by notable QB Farms user Tricky, sharing a page from the comic. At a later point,
This person, this looks like a porn artist. I don't know, just because of the art style, you can kind of tell.
Amiibo figurines.
Like, I can't be the only one, like, who knows this, but, like, you can usually, like, tell someone is a porn artist just based off their art style. I don't know. I don't know. It just happens to be that.
So on October 12th, Chris wrote that she was feeling melancholy and was missing a certain her, likely referring to Jessica Quinn. The next day, Chris expressed her emotional jealousy at the YouTuber PewDiePie, who had met his sweetheart over Facebook and eventually met her in person after messaging for a long time. Unlike Chris's sweetheart Jessica, PewDiePie's partner was not intimidated by his...
I wonder how Christine feels now that PewDiePie is married to Marcia and has a son. I wonder. Like, damn.
days. Later again, Christine frustratingly tweeted that she missed her sweetheart, who was scared off by the bullying trolls online.
I'm
She
just
added
honest.
that the pony characters she created to represent
Ow,
herself and
what the
Quinn,
hell?
Nightstar and Diamond Melody, respectively, were allegedly still together as a couple. On October 15th, Chris confessed once again on Facebook that she missed Jessica and called her trolls unglued
Shit,
cats
dude.
because they scared Quinn off
Can't
by
you,
either
like,
hacking
text
into
her?
or reporting her Facebook account. Over Twitter, Christine defended Jessica's legitimacy and demanded trolls to stop pretending to be her in private conversations or bad-mouthing her. The next day, Chris came upon the realization that if Jessica had truly been a troll, then their private conversations would have been leaked. Though heartbroken by her breakup with Jessica Quinn, Christine sought comfort in the possibility, however unlikely, that the nature of their relationship was genuine. This created a feeling of success, a belief that Chris did, in fact, have and lost a true sweetheart, giving her the strength to start again and keep moving forward, producing more merchandise and exploring new stories, new characters, and new ideas.
Fun. Okay. I just took a be real. Like, Chris having a mental breakdown for streaming music. It's so funny. We like body horror stories. I might watch this later. I don't know. I really want to. It looks interesting. Fuck off. A fake psychic telling Chris Chan to drop the psychic shit, and Chris Chan then bring up her fictional OC as real people as a golden exchange. It's crazy. Two crazies talking to each other. Isn't that amazing? Christine, you just doxed me. I did? Was a genuinely funny moment in the middle of all the tripe. Literally. Seeing Christian having a meltdown on camera over a lost sweetheart wearing his medallion, doing the cursey ha felt almost nostalgic at this point. Meanwhile, the fucking PS4 music is just like, yay. Celebration time. Hey everyone, for Gino's sake, we have to act surprised at episode 86. At this point, this Chris Chan documentary is just me learning Roman numerals. Chris, teach you psychic powers. Yuri, get a life. Chris, self-unaware, schizo rambling. I love instead of acknowledging Chris typing this as a smiley face or just ignoring it, he always reads it as colon close parentheses. When a psychic guy himself tells Chris to get a life. It's so fucking funny that Chris's biggest regret is sitting on a cake because he could not eat it after. You can't make this shit up, I swear to God. I have at this point heard the expression troll some gal pal way more times than any man ever should. Thank you, Gino. Fuck, marry, kill is kind of a party game, so I guess you haven't had the chance to play it, Chris. Damn! I don't like Donald Trump because he's a narcissist. Anyway, so I'm literally a guide. Chris accidentally doxing Meriwether is the funniest fucking thing in a while, literally. I really love how Gino refers to Kim Wilson each time as the troll some gal pal. I mean, yeah, she is. Before Chris curses the trolls, his voice gets strained. Is he shitting his pants? In his mind building up curse energy, or trying to build curse energy but just shits his pants? It's all of them, right? I wonder if Chris's biggest regret is still ruining a cake. Like, this probably is. Chris lying about sorbet infuriates me. His eye didn't get better. Cataracts and felines are a lifelong scar. He most definitely got this cataract from an illness, and neither Chris nor Barbara did anything to help it. Fuckers. Chris crying over losing his girlfriend is an odd throwback to earlier episodes. If Chris's life was a show, the writers would be criticized for rehashing old ideas. Literally! Alright, next one. 59. Jesus Christ. Licks.
On October 16th, 2017, Christine published the final pages of Sonichu issue 12.
So I guess we all thought that the S here stood for Sonichu, It would be so funny if it did, honestly. I would prefer that.
Told from the perspective of Sonichu's then son, Sonichu, who reminisces that when he was still a young boy, he did not find destruction and violence fascinating like the other boys, and wondered why violence made him feel sad. He spoke with his already evolved sisters, looking for guidance. Sarah told him that boys were not supposed to be slow and cruel, but many were, and that Robert was one of the nice ones. Christine told him much the same sentiment. Upon speaking to his parents, Sonichu told him that he was without question a boy, while Roaster told him that they would still love him
hot
for who he
right now.
was.
Shit.
Magic-chan told Robert that she knew what would happen to his life, but saying so would defeat the purpose of the young Sonny's journey of self-reflection and discovery. Magic-chan revealed that Robert's soul was female, and how he was to handle this information was up to him. Robert researched gender identities and sexual orientations online and wrote a report on the topic, for which the teacher gave her an A+. Afterwards, while being bullied by Farah, a schoolboy, Robert revealed that she was learning to embrace her trans identity, which made Farah emotional, confessing that he was gay. Robert said that she was a lesbian and that they were both part of the SLGBTQ community, and Farah told her that he had a so-called bro dude, Doug Dawson, whom he loved. The two reconciled and went their separate ways. Later that day, Robert confessed to her two sisters that she intended to be full woman, just like the mayor of Quickville, Weston Chandler. Sarah and Christine hugged her in love and support as she suddenly evolved into her final form. The three then became embarrassed as Roberta spontaneously ejaculated. Sometime later, Roberta meets with Magichan up in the tower high above the police department. Magichan gives her a gift as she suddenly evolved into her final form. The three then became embarrassed as Roberta spontaneously ejaculated.
Oh, ew, gross. Why?
Sometime later, Roberta meets with Magichan up in the tower high above the police department. Magichan gives her a gift from the future, a CD filled with binaural beats designed to transform her body from male to female after consistent listening at night for at least 2 weeks without any need for surgery, but nevertheless would have the process expedited with periodic boosts of Magichan's psychic pores. After 4 weeks, Roberta develops double teacup breasts, and after a further 2 more weeks, her penis shrinks and her vagina sprouts out. After a few months, Magichan examines her body with X-ray vision and confirms that she has become a fully functioning female, requesting to
what
return
the
to him
fuck,
the binaural
man?
beats CD, while still
I
taking
love this.
doctor-prescribed medication until she would be told to stop. Roberta receives
not the
5
PlayStation
achievement
achievement,
trophy
come
for
on.
achievement achieved in a PlayStation game. She goes on to reflect on her relationship experiences over the years, recounting her dates with her classmate, Vulva Pie, an original character created by the troll
Vulva
Alphonse
Pie.
Neri, playing the part of Chris's online girlfriend, Jackie.
Vulva pie is gross. That's gross, actually. Ew.
In the comic, Jackie is the mother of Vulva, and after ending her relationship with Chris and leaking private information, she leaves Quickville, taking her daughter with her, and thus ending Roberta's short relationship with Vulva Pie.
God.
A few years later, she meets Mimi, a green roast Jew, at Quickville Shopping Center, and after a lengthy conversation, start dating. And
What the
continue to
fuck?
hang
I
out
can't even
casually.
keep track of these
Finally,
damn
Roberta
characters at
reflects
this
on a more
point.
recent accomplishment. In 2015,
Fuck.
with her sisters Sarah and Christine helping her record the event, Roberta runs into the sky to do some skywriting, and then performs a sonic rainbow.
Skywriting?
From the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic cartoon, consisting of her releasing a grand burst of energy and creating a gigantic rainbow in the sky, which lasted for only 1 minute and could be seen from all across the east coast of the United States. In her closing statement, she states that she is loved by her family and friends, and encourages her readers to love themselves for who they are.
Oh, cute.
The next episode features a prologue set in the middle of a fight scene between Chris
Dude, I
Jensen
want the
and
whole
Shu,
song-
the sonic
I
form
want
of
the
Redneck,
whole
as
fucking
Chris Chen
documentary
monologues about
series.
love and hate. The
I
story
want the
goes
whole
back
part
in
to
time
just be
reflect on
about
the
this
events
terrible
which led up to
Sonichu
the fight.
series.
Episode 26, Prideful, is set during the first
Should I read
annual
Sonichu?
LGBTQ Pride Festival of Quakeville. At one of the stalls, Angelica Roseju meets one.
No, I should probably get some friends with me, and we should read Sonichu together.
$1,000 to Christine to further the production of the Sonichu comics. She thanks Mr. Steckel for his generous donation to the town's soup hotels. Meanwhile, in the park, Christine, her twin sister Crystal, and other main characters are having a picnic and chatting on the grass. Gradually, more and more main characters appear and join them. Heather Iglesias, the nanny, brings over Christine's self-conceived Sonichu children, Russell and Cynthia, and they briefly embrace.
Self-conceived?
Next, more characters enter the scene, including Patty,
Yeah,
Bionic,
who's gonna
and
sleep with
Megarchi.
you?
Then, Redneck also shows up, shocked that Chris had turned into a woman since the last time they saw each other. The villain explains that when he was changed back into Nate's and was reunited with Kel, they started hanging out again and joining Pokemon tournaments. However, after some time, Nature became fascinated with men again and could not stop thinking about being more powerful as Redneck. Then one day, he found himself changed back into Redneck, not to Nature,
Okay.
though he could not achieve his previous Sonichu form anymore. He left a note for Kel, stole a motorcycle, and made his way back to Quickville. He didn't know where Chris
KMS.
lived, so decided to attend the Pride Festival because he thought Chris would go there to fulfill mayoral duties. Redneck goes
Okay.
on to complain to Chris to her face via a near full page of
Shitting.
text, calling her homophobic because she had wanted to cure his gayness. He yells that Chris would not work because she is afraid of being fired. She hid
Excuse
behind
me?
signs while looking for women.
What?
Just like
What do you
perverted
mean?
Freak, was incredibly introverted.
gotta
found herself
shit.
getting blackmailed and deceived many times. by
No,
those
I don't
who
think I have
called
to
control
shit. I just
and
need
would
to
not work
fart a
for
lot.
herself while she remained stuck in her supposed depression and naive shell.
Fuck
Chris
me.
encounters his arguments in a similarly
Jesus
constructed page of text,
Christ.
annotating that this was in reference to Chris and Redneck being mirror opposites of each other. She admits that she used to
What
be
the
naive
fuck?
and depressed for a long time, but has matured mentally and emotionally since
And you
then.
still are.
That she became more accepting, kind, and understanding.
Hate to say it.
As a lesbian trans woman, and that she is very needed at home. Christine apologizes for forcing
What?
Redneck into becoming something he was not. He accepts her apology and commences to feel neutral towards her. He then leaves the group amicably to eat a relish dog with mayonnaise when suddenly
Wait, excuse me.
and disappears from
Wait,
sight.
what?
To eat a something he was not. He accepts
What did I
her
hear?
apology and commences to feel neutral towards her. He then leaves the group amicably to eat a relish dog with mayonnaise when suddenly.
Oh, I was like, excuse me?
And disappears.
You eat a dog? Bro, that's my thing. Don't do that.
Magichan appears to tell the group that Redneck's aura had vanished and suspected their arch nemesis Count
Don't mind the fact that I'm holding my middle finger up every time.
and predicts that an attack would soon fall upon everyone attending the festival. In the void, Brajoan, while still constructing a body
I'm
for
flipping
himself,
off
spare parts
Nightstar.
found
She's
on the
watching
moon
me. She's
tell
stalking
Redneck
me.
that he could give him back his hatred and powers if he were to serve Brajoan again. Redneck accepts the offer.
I'm not even
Christine
listening.
puts the festivities on hold as her and the Sonichu is ready for battle. She also reveals that she's in the
Oh, of course Sylvana's Russian. I fucking knew she was Russian. Duh. I was right.
Face cube, which could be used to send people
Silvana.
Or an interdimensional void of suspended animation, where individuals, such as Jerkops, could be sent and could not be called upon by Graduan to act for him as he wished. Magichan announces to all the festival goers that an army of Jerkops was approaching, as Graduan transforms Reldnek into Reldnek Hatak Sonichu and orders him to lead the troops into battle.
What?
Christine has a future vision of her half-brother, Cole Smithy, sneaking up behind her and knocking her out.
Bro.
Chris teams up with her
Does anybody realize how fucking similar Cole and Chris actually are? Cole's kind of a piece of shit. Especially like seeing his reviews. Like he always intentionally brings down perfect Rotten Tomato scores and it's insane. Like what the fuck, man? Jerk.
As they both cry out, electric hedgehog power, and transform into their respective Sonichu forms.
Come on, Toy Story 3 was the best Toy Story. I don't care.
They are known as Chris Chan Pure. Nature shows up.
I kind of forgot about the second one.
To find his true self, one filled with hatred, and acquires an Xbox Live achievement for fully finding himself. He transforms into a Sonichu form and unleashes an army of Jerkops and those.
Oh, no, the second one is where Jesse's introduced,
Christian
right?
dodges an attack from her Graduan possessed half-brother.
Okay.
Then knocks him out. Upon realizing that it was in fact her half-brother she had knocked unconscious, she sends Cole into the subspace where he would be safe from Graduan's influence.
Brother?
Reldnek pulls Christian Sonichu into a void where they fight to the fight.
Brother!
Seen in the opening pages of the episode. Meanwhile, the Sonichus, Rosechus, and citizens of Quickville fight back against the onslaught of foes. After prolonged fighting, many of the enemies are knocked out, while others are sent into the subspace for their own protection. Then, Christian transforms back into Christine and steps out of Reldnek's different dimension, carrying an unconscious Reldnek in her arms. While updating
why is he so small?
Reldnek disappears from Chris's arms. The episode concludes with Magichan, Silvana, and Chris confirming that their new subspace cube is effective. As a bonus, the next 2 pages reflect on Chris's real-life transformation into womanhood. She shows that when he started wearing skirts in 2010, his father was vehemently against it, while his mother was hesitant. Before his passing, Bob told Chris that he accepted him for who he was, and told Barbara that he loved her. Chris's mother grew more accepting of his changes through the years, up to and including 2014, when Chris formally made the transition into a lesbian trans woman. She recalls that in her past life, she was a lesbian who had attended the Woodstock Music Festival in 1969. During her transition, Christine acknowledged that she had been naive and homophobic in the past, but had since changed and had become more accepting and still positive, confident, and happy with herself. The final story, episode 24, part 2, The Clip Show, is a continuation of the conclusion of issue 11, where Sonichu and Silvana, theoretically playing the part of Sonic the Hedgehog, discuss past events. Sonichu goes on to talk about his and Roschu's wedding in 2007, which features an event that was inspired by a moment from a Sonichu fan comic by John Crayon. Despite several nervous episodes and misunderstandings, Sonichu and Roschu get married. Sonichu then moves on to discuss a later event, which starts with Roschu, who after shopping at the mall, falls down and is not able to get up. At Franklin Chandler Hospital, it is revealed she's broken both of her legs and is to stay at the hospital. During this time, she enjoys a lot of food from the cafeteria, and by the time she has to go home, Roschu discovers that she had put on some weight.
Oh man. Oh no, is she getting fat too? Is she getting fat now? Oh god damn it, why would you put that in the comic, girl?
She goes upstairs for a shower. Sonichu gives Roberta money to buy a pizza for herself and her sister, while he goes up to have a serious talk with his wife. While squeezing into her pajamas, Roschu states that she feels great after her stay at the hospital and does not apparently notice that she has gained weight.
What the fuck?
That while he was waiting for Roschu, Roberta offered him 2 slices of their alien pizza with spinach and pineapple, which was very good and filling.
It's an alien.
Roschu then breaks down crying, admitting that she is disappointed with herself because she had gained all that weight. Sonichu comforts her by saying that he still loves her, no matter how her appearance may change.
That's sweet.
Her fat belly and comments how comfortable it feels, resting his head on it. The next morning, Sarah meets her mother and is shocked by her appearance. Sarah makes a joke about Roschu looking pregnant to lighten the mood. Sarah becomes distraught because Roschu is only concerned with eating. She becomes unwell, so Roberta records a video of Sarah explaining that she feels she is unable to function because their mother is big like Godzilla. Feeling angry, she walks away, debating on whether to punch her
like Godzilla
out of frustration. As time went on, Roschu gets bigger, and so does her daughter, Sarah.
Jeez.
On the night of May 1st, 2009, Sonichu has a dream in which he is transported to the opening of a reddish cave by Count Graduan, who informs him that he has kidnapped Christine Weston Chandler and Roschu, and Sonichu must pass through 3 challenges in order to reach and rescue.
I thought she was in Roschu's. I thought she was in Roschu's stomach for a second. I'm like, excuse me? Reminds me of that one episode from Magic School Bus. God, I hate that episode where they're literally inside Arnold. Fuck, I hate that episode. Jesus Christ.
First, you must cross a green river of a mystery.
It's weird.
Discover what it is by throwing a nearby into it as instructed. Upon doing so, Sonichu realizes that it is in fact a pickle brine river through which he must swim. As he travels,
are you kidding?
His body swells and he begins to fatten. He finally reaches the end and climbs out.
What?
Overweight.
Why is he fat now?
Climb through a tunnel which would progressively get narrower as he climbs.
Oh no! Ew! This looks gross.
Back into his normal physique, and he squeezes through the rest of it up to the opening at the top. He is met with 2 doors, behind each of which are 2 rooms which are on fire. One contains Christine Chandler, and the other, Rosju, and Sonichu must decide to only save one. After contemplation, he chooses to save Rosju. As he enters, he finds her in the middle of punching a hole through the wall into the other room, through which Christine climbs through, and all three exit to safety. After a loving hug, Christine and Rosju fuse together and become the overweight form of Rosju, who falls onto Sonichu, crushing him. Sonichu then wakes up in bed, on top of Rosju, and confesses his dream. Rosju despite enjoying touching herself, she prefers a more active lifestyle and wishes to lose her weight. She teams up with Sarah, and they both proceed to train and exercise to eventually break off
that was
their excess
quick.
weight. Thusly, Sonichu concludes his reminiscing to Sonic, and then the men meet up again with their partners, Rosju and Amy Rose, respectively, and part ways. In a behind-the-scenes epilogue, Sylvana changes back from her Sonic disguise, while it is revealed that a shapeshifting Pokemon called Ditto played the part of Amy Rose in the episode.
What?
Epilogue, DJ jams to Sonichu and the Lisa Rosju sing the song Love is Love, Not You've Been Pwned.
What the fuck?
On October 17th, Christine published the cover art for the upcoming
Oh,
comic book,
is this
Sonichu
whole
which was
part
a
gonna be
recreation of the cover for
Sonichu?
Issue 0, with the original Christian form replaced with her current pristine iteration.
Oh my
It
god.
would be somewhat of a recreation of the first 3 episodes, except with more details, commentary, and dialogue from the characters. On Twitter, Chris reflected that when comparing the artwork of the covers for issues 0 and 15, she found that her art style had improved quite well.
Not really.
Also on that
I
day,
wouldn't say it
they
did,
took
but
video to
okay.
make one of her Sonichu medallions.
Captain's log, stardate 101820.
As an artist, I fucking disagree, bro.
10172017. Do I have to do that every time because I have the C-log and the date written in the typed in the title of this video? The reason I am making this video today is for the fans, definitely for the fans, but also I want to make it perfectly clear that this video is not to instigate anybody looking to make fake, or quote-unquote fake, medallions. I mean, because I pretty much have...
Hey, I made my own medallion with burger beads.
Model magic.
And I'm not wearing it! Damn it!
And, let's see.
I didn't wear it in the last one either, I forgot.
You can buy...
I mean, I was already in bed anyways, and I was probably just too lazy to get it anyways, so...
It's like $3 or $4.
I was tired just watching it. But I had to watch it, okay?
So, go ahead and get yourself an assortment pack so you can have a large one to
need my
cover large
pillow.
services, or thin ones to
I should
cover
probably bring my pillow
detailed
down.
thin
I
areas.
don't know. Might need to put
And of course, you need to
pimple
collect
patch on this
paints.
thing as
These are
well.
obtainable at any craft store, Walmart.
Oh my god. A lot of people are really quick to watch Christian here. What the hell?
This is the full head of the medallion. That's a big part. That's for the spikes. You're gonna end up making 4 of those. That's the muzzle mouth area.
Oh, that's
This is the nose,
fun.
pretty much the diameter of this nose and the length of the nose. And this is an ear. You gotta make 2 ears.
An ear.
Okay?
She goes through the process of crafting the medallion out of clay.
And I think that's about it. So don't forget this and that and everything.
Well, fuck.
Like,
Okay.
subscribe, everything. Send money. Because we need to hire people. And
So is it not Crayola Model Magic anymore?
I think that's about it. So
I was trying to
you
remember
can
what
also
it's
follow me on
called.
Twitter and Facebook. You know where they are. So everybody have a great, safe day. Be geek, be proud. Farm.
Biggie.
And go shitty person.
Yeah,
have a
you're
good day.
silly.
Be safe. Be good.
Ow, fuck.
It was also on that day that Chris released a video, which was largely a reenactment of a viral 2010 video made by YouTube personality Copper Cab, in which he rants about the claim made by the adult cartoon series South Park of people with gender
Oh, this
not
fucking...
having solved.
This bitch?
And considering what he had said back then in response to a certain episode of South Park, but yeah, it's like I can totally relate to this. I mean, you can put this against anybody really, anybody who's being discriminated against a minority, including anybody in the LGBTQ, or hell, might even say blue hair, blue greenish hair, whatever. But still,
Girl.
anyway, I can relate.
Bro, you
I can
stole
sympathize.
Shrek Swamp and
So,
used it as
again,
hair
this is a
dye. Come on.
reenactment. His words, not mine.
That was not okay.
Pretend for the moment. My hair would be red, and pretend I have freckles like
I'm gonna die.
Fuck you, bitches. Fuck you. Bitches, you. For real.
Fuck
Say
you!
Making fun of red hair people.
Okay.
He's a ginger shit. Yeah, really. That's funny. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Every single day at school. Every day of my life. I've contemplated suicide. All sorts of things. People me off. Ginger people.
Okay.
Assholes. All right. I'm right here.
No, they don't. Shut up. I'm kidding. I'm
right
kidding.
here. I'm proud of it. All right.
In response to this,
Girl,
Copper
what?
Cab shortly after released his recreation of made for the Parabolic
Are
Rabbit.
you fucking kidding me?
Hey, P-Station. My name is Christian Chandler. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I have a PSP. I like to rap. I play the rapper and go with him now. The only song I know is Master Onion, which I got from a demo I borrowed from my friend Cameron.
Not him brain trying to read the lyrics as well. That's crazy.
This was followed by an interview video with Christine, hosted by Copper Cab and his friend and video editor, Cameron Nahas.
Oh shit.
Pretend to start?
Okay. Hello, everybody.
That looks fun. What is she wearing? Girl, what?
With Christine.
She's wearing a mask too.
Christine. This isn't just Christine. This is an internet legend. This is an internet figure.
Oh, we know who she
I mean,
is.
come on. This is Christine Weston-Taylor, the creator of The Rose Jew, the greatest fucking comic book on the internet ever made. Like, in the internet. Like, this is amazing. It's a huge thing.
Oh,
This is the
fuck.
origin of the Sonic 2 comics, the house fire, and her struggles with exploring her identity within the household.
I'm curious. You handle it so well, you know? Like, how did Barbara? Did she support you?
No.
Yeah, my mom was a bit put off at first. I think it was kind of like a sudden, I kind of slid into it because actually...
Like you slid into her?
Years before I figured myself out and realized that I was female soul. Was,
Like you slid into her.
Yeah, I started wearing
Ow.
I started wearing sports bras, and I also definitely swapped to... I definitely changed my underwear. And then I started wearing skirts, and I felt more comfortable in the skirts, and that was when my father was still alive. And then after he passed on, I started wearing skirts and dresses more often. Yeah, so it's just kind of like visually, it was kind of like easing in before I finally did come out in
Fair enough.
June or July 2014, and my mother was actually quite supportive about that, but my father was like, you don't wear skirts, go put your pants on.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, how do you think he would be?
But he died in two. He died in 2011, so I don't
On
know.
his deathbed, his last words to me that he loved me and he said to me for who I am no matter what.
That's good.
They move on to other topics, such as the Trolls, South Park, and her love quest.
I have met those who would become my theoretical exes, but they turned out to be the trolls among which
I think you mean Captain.
or pretending to be sincere.
Come on. The troll dolls.
They drove me to blackmail and deception, and it was just a whole bunch
Everybody.
of horrible messes.
I know they got one of them got the original
Moving
medallion.
here and there.
Horrible. I don't know. Do you have PTSD from any of that?
The video certainly concludes with a promise to upload a continuation of the interview, but
Yay.
it was never released.
Okay.
On October 19th, Christine reflected on Facebook that a woman right for her should be prepared to handle Chris's trolls. She felt that she was fully
Sorry,
capable
Ozzy.
of happy with herself by herself. On the 20th,
Ozzy's like
she
right there.
tweeted that if anyone wanted to interview her, they could pay her and discuss the details by emailing sonicmanager@gmail.com, an email run by her so-called associates. A day later,
Her
she did
so-called
an interview,
associates.
this time live on YouTube, hosted by Sajmo, the creator of the Christian
Oh.
documentary.
Oh, fuck.
The interview has since been made private, and no copy of it is thought to exist, though it can be gathered through discussions regarding it on Kiwi forums that Chris revealed that she was using estradiol and spironolactone, gender transition
What the fuck?
medication. The interview
Oh,
was
okay.
by 4 members for being
Did
more
something, I
an
guess.
attempt by Sajmo to generate more attention by interacting with Christine. The next day, Chris addressed on Facebook a recent interview regarding the most influential person in her life. Aside from her parents, she felt that it was her Providence middle school teacher, Virginia Sanford, for she was strong-minded and willed, and had encouraged Chris to be more confident, and positively pushed her to do better, and be herself as an individual person. On
Fair
October
enough.
24th, Chris announced on Patreon that she was working on Sonic cards, which would be made available from her Redbubble merchandise.
I hate everything.
On October
Cramps.
25th, Joshua Wise, a man who had previously commissioned Chris and Eva drawing, made contact again with her under the name John Yamada, claiming to be a soldier from game industry, the main setting in the Japanese game and anime series Hybrid Dimension Neptunia, a franchise
Fuck, I'm
which
gonna
is influenced
shit.
by existing rivaling video game consoles and their war with success. Wise asked Chris if he was still in possession of her old
Fuck.
Dreamcast console, which, according to him, could hold a portal within that could actually transport Chris to her city of Quickville. From
Okay,
here,
what?
Joshua commenced a long campaign of trickery and deception with Christine, influencing her thoughts and creative process by convincing her of alternate dimensions by the use of online role-playing as varying characters
Are you
through constant
kidding?
messaging and the sending of edited photos
Oh,
and audio
God
clips.
damn it, dude.
One such early clip, known as Red Forest, was purported to have been recorded by Wise's character, John Yamada, in the forests of Chernobyl while on the search for a magical artifact.
Chernobyl.
Series Stalker. The recording was, in fact, a collage of audio effects and sound bites taken from a wide range of sources and features the voices of Hybrid Dimension Neptunia characters Nebgear, IF, and Neptune. While walking through
Oh
the
my
forest,
gosh.
they get ambushed by Akan, a Russian antagonist from the action film Hardcore Henry.
I am a gust of beautiful wind that blows through.
What?
This convinced Chris that Neptunia characters could travel to her real-life dimension.
Are you kidding?
The unreleased
Girl.
sound file created by Wise featured edited clips of audio from one of Christine's past interviews, which made Chris think that
Oh,
it was
there it
recording
is, the
of her
idea,
alternate
guys.
dimension self, speaking to the people of Quickville. Joshua Wise later confessed that his initial goal was to simply mess with Chris and perhaps speed up the output of the Sonic 2 comics by influencing how the story developed.
Oh.
On
Fuck.
October 27th, in a forum post, Chris's Facebook friend, William Elliott Waterman's friend, informed other readers that Waterman had suggested to Chris to donate some of her Patreon earnings to charity. Chris said
Yes.
that she would take that suggestion under advisement. She also had relinquished control of her
Yeah, she's
profile
not gonna
on her
fucking
named
do it, come
dating
on.
site, feeling tired from having to deal with trolls, and gave William her login details so he could manage it on her behalf.
Oh,
The next day, she updated her
course.
Facebook profile photo to a picture of herself holding up a page from her latest Sonic 2 issue, depicting Jamsta and Melissa's duet, which was barely captured at the edge of the photo. On the final day
Okay.
of October, Chris notified her patrons that she was having some me time due to some mental quandaries, which caused a delay in uploads of news pages.
Sorry.
On November 4th, Christine updated
I'm having
her patrons
cramps.
with
They're
new
bad.
Sonic 2 pages,
I hate
telling them that they were
everything.
delayed due to many unforeseen events over the past couple of weeks, and that she would be working on a very
You surprised I'm not punching a wall until my knuckles pop out of my hand?
Sweetheart to dispel rumors. Also on that day, Chris pleaded for her Facebook followers to buy the PlayStation 4 game Hyperdimension Neptunia because the world of game industry and goddesses needed their help.
That game looks fun,
On the
I'm not
6th,
gonna lie.
Chris uploaded 2 new drawings and a Facebook post detailing a supposed power struggle occurring in Quickville after hearing about it from Joshua Wise. I can't explain as much with just these 2 drawings, but there was a reason why I asked y'all to share your shares with the goddesses of Neptunia. There recently have been troubles from the foes of game industry, and some of them have invaded my city of Quickville. They hit us big, with Graduan and crew, last Saturday afternoon. I have had to personally astral project and share my power with Christine there. Plus, Uzume was with us in Seoul. I will tell more with more visuals in 2 days on here, but it is crucial that everyone in this reality and world put their love and shares to Neptune, Blanc, Noir, and Vert, so we can take out our mutual enemies and prevent our realities and dimensions from clashing, or even much worse. We all thank you for your support. In the replies to her post,
50%.
Jessica Quinn returned to simply write, "What?" in confusion. Surprised by her comment, Christine messaged Jessica to ask her to prove herself by sending by text message a picture of herself with a piece of paper of the current date, after which point they would meet in person. The chance of Chris changing her Facebook relationship status afterwards. Jessica did not agree to the offer, letting her know that she was only reaching out in friendship because she could not handle the trolls. Christine accepted her words of friendship with
fair enough.
understanding. The next day, she went to Twitter to disclose the name of her gamer tag, or the profile she used to play Xbox games, revealing that she had, in fact, purchased an Xbox One game console.
Oh, fuck.
It was also on that day that the new Sonic the Hedgehog game, Sonic Forces, was released. Chris quickly purchased the PS4 version. The game featured a mode where players could custom create playable characters, and Chris used this feature to attempt to design Sonichu. Upon creating the character, she shared her attempt with the troll.
Oh, okay. I've seen Game Grumps play this game, oh my god.
Spatchcock recorded Chris's showcase.
It's disappointing. Listen, but I can't change the color.
Chris shared her design effort over Twitter and asked that someone with good programming skills make and send her a better version of Sonichu. She would later buy the game for the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox One consoles. On November 8th, Chris wrote a lengthy Facebook post to elaborate on what has been happening in her life, convinced that it was all true from constant interactions with Joshua Wise, role-playing as various characters.
Jesus Christ.
She reminisced that a couple of weeks ago, around the time Wise made first contact, Magi-chan Sonichu had teleported into her room to scan her Sega Dreamcast console
What the
and found it
fuck?
to contain dormant power. Chris charged it for a full day, and then placed her hand upon it, opened her third eye, and claimed that an immense surge of power transferred into her. She realized that she had allegedly been possessed by Uzume, a CPU, or goddess, from Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Oh no.
Ever since that time, Uzume had been in Chris's body.
This is where the CPU goddess bullshit comes in.
What followed was
Fucking
dimensional travel carried out by Sylvana, Magi-chan, and Chris herself.
Why the fuck?
Apparently meeting
Oops,
with
what
the other
just
CPUs
happened?
of the Neptunia universe. Because of their generosity, Christine acquired the powers of 5 goddesses. She then recounted the struggles against Uzume's evil twin, Kurumi, fighting the people of the city of Quickville and the state of Virginia. This was followed by a brief account of an outing to the End Games card game store, while accompanied by Discord, a dragon-like character
Not
from
him.
My Little Pony. Chris had asked one of her friends there if she could see Discord, but she did not. Suffice to say, from personal experiences from the past 2 weeks, it is all real. Please, do heed my words and take advantage of my sound advice of helping power up our goddesses. You don't have to do much. Playing the Hyperdimension Neptunia games, watching the anime, and so forth is well and good. But all you really need to do is think of them positively. They are a needed good force, and they can't help us if we don't help them. I sure as sugar am helping them out. Please, follow our lead. Thank you. Sincerely and love, Miss Christine Weston Chandler. On November 12th, PewDiePie, the largest creator on YouTube, published a video offering up a short history of Chris Chan internet infamy, eventually acquiring millions of views.
That was archived somewhere. Because
There's other fake girlfriends appearing.
I don't think I can find it on his channel now.
Hi, Ivy. I love you. I can't stop.
But I did watch the video.
Listen, everyone. This girl is my new girlfriend. You all best be nice to her,
Damn,
or I will seriously seize effort on the comic series.
Good morning.
I dedicate this music video to Ivy. Also, in addition to, if anyone messes up this relationship, if anyone messes up Ivy, period, I swear to God and Jesus that I will cease drawing my comics.
And you know what? He did just that.
Even included Ivy in his Sonic 2 series, taking off his famous sweater in the sunset.
Ivy, I'm sorry I made mistakes. Sean,
Oh my goodness.
Afterwards, Christine tweeted at PewDiePie, asking him to direct message her. No conversation between the two is thought to have occurred.
No.
PewDiePie has since made his video on Chris private, though other re-uploads are still viewable.
Oh,
on the
he
site.
made it private. Okay, that's why I
On
can't
November
find it.
13th,
Alright, that makes
Christine
sense.
explained via a lengthy Facebook post that she had not been possessed
It's
by
still archived somewhere, so that's how I saw it.
It was also on this day that Chris started fulfilling paid video requests on YouTube again. First was a performance of the song I Dreamed a Dream from the musical Les Miserables.
Les Miserables. No.
This was soon
What the
followed by a
fucking
cover of the
PlayStation
song
music is-
Sorry Not Sorry by Demi Lovato.
God damn it.
On November 14th,
Baby,
Chris
I'm
was convinced by Joshua
sorry.
Wise that Sylvana Rostru had been kidnapped by
Baby,
Akan,
so
the Russian
bad, got me
villain.
feeling
Fortunately,
so
she was told
good.
that a so-called rescue
So
mission,
when you
codenamed Operation Barbarossa, was in place to save her. On Facebook, Chris posted a
Baby,
photo
I'm
of the American soldier who would be
sorry.
saving Sylvana, who was in fact Novislav Djajic, a Serbian militant, and the still was taken
Oh,
from
shit.
his music video for the morale-boosting propaganda song Boge Srbini onče nas čuvati, or God is a Serb and he will protect us, referred to online simply as Remove Kebab, made during the Yugoslav wars of the 1990s.
What the fuck?
Chris was not aware of the reference.
No.
To further support the soldiers' efforts in rescuing Sylvana, Wise encouraged Christine to make a freestyle dance video set to the music of Remove Kebab.
People of the world, Christine Chandler coming to you from live from home. And the world is in great need of your services and
Not the fucking tinfoil hat. God damn it. Or, you know, aluminum.
To
Whatever.
this lovely little polka. And put on a tinfoil hat to show that the man will not take over your minds. A beret will also
Fucking
suffice well.
shit. What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
That's free in your own way. Even the dogs are singing.
This recent development made Kiwi Farms members suspect that someone was influencing her actions, though there was yet no evidence of such tampering. The next day, Chris was told by Joshua an elaborate story detailing the outcome of Operation Barbarossa, injected with references to cloakers, or enemies from the game
Fuck.
Payday 2, and to concentration and extermination camps of Nazi Germany. She notified her followers of the news on Facebook. Operation Barbarossa was well and good. Sylvana Rostru has been rescued. There was the battle of the war of our new common enemy that lasted the past couple of days. Also, after
Girl.
Sylvana got captured, until the mutual foe is down for good at least, Count Graduan and Squigville's Christine Weston Chandler signed a
Graduan.
peace treaty as Graduan offered his troops and services for the effort. The fight was north beyond Ruckersville, and the commander of the enemy waves were going to push the fight into Charlottesville. Thankfully, with the help of the Quick Defense Army Division, my Autobots, and my family, our large group kept the enemy back. Then,
Almost
Christine
done,
initiated
finally,
a very
shit.
smart operation. Final solution. There were cloakers and similar bad people of interest in Quickville, not counting Graduan and his crew. They rounded to the cloakers and baddies up, and in a large plot of land, Graduan donated a prison camp with great facilities for reforming the bad pawns to good people. Graduan donated a lot of land to build prison camps full of large ovens to keep the people warm, and even top-notch dentistry with well-trained doctors also running the clinic. The camps
Okay.
also have some of the best showers a prisoner can ask for, shower stalls with privacy walls. We all in Charlottesville, Ruggersville, all places to the north of us, and the people of Quickville can sleep more safely now. Your shares to the game industry goddesses really helped us in this battle. Thank you everyone for your love,
This is
kindness,
CPU
and most generous
goddess.
support. Please continue to offer your shares to them for any and all other future conflicts, here on our world, and in all of the other worlds, realities, and dimensions. Have a great day, Earth. We've all helped make it more safe. With Wise seemingly in control of Chris's thoughts, he established how easily convinced Christine could be of outlandish concepts, before
God,
to indulge in her
literally.
adventurous musings in cartoon realities and
The fact that
alternate
she has
dimensions.
not changed
This was
one
merely the
bit.
beginning of an insidious cycle of trolling that would cause detrimental effects to her psyche for years to come.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. The Jesus fug. Ugh, licks. Read this. Oh, fuck me. Oh, my cramps. Fuck. Chris has officially left low-cal territory and entered true crime territory, I swear. My 10-year-old daughter clicked on one of these videos the other day. I heard the music at night, dove across the living room to get a hold of the remote. I miss Liquid Chris. For a short time, he was a lifeboat in a sea of absolute terror. Chris had a multiverse of madness before Marvel could even get a grip. To everyone else who binged this, you made it. May God have mercy on us all. That face when Chris did something so fucked up that made Gino so disgusted to put the series on hiatus until 2022. Oh my god, literally. Chris literally has the singing voice of dying cat. Absolutely ear-splitting. Yeah, she has a dying cat, too. Hey, don't break sorbet into this. Please pray for my college professor, as I've just introduced him to Chris, and he is beginning to scrape away at the tip of the iceberg. Jesus Christ. Chris is proof there's never a rock bottom. She is the rock bottom, I guess. It's crazy how it feels like this series is locked into a single ending now after decades worth of lore, and it's possibly one of the worst endings imaginable. God. One thing I love about Gino, he actually tries while pronouncing foreign languages, literally. Hey, Christine, anime is real or something. Prove it. Plays 2 audio clips that are edited about as well as my old YouTube poops I made when I was 12. Well, I guess I'm a goddess now. It's absolutely batshit how little work that took. I had to twist it around in my head that it took disgusting PVCC levels of trolling from the idea guys to completely break Chris's mind. But all it took was the lightest push from a single troll that didn't try all that hard at all. I swear to God. Everyone say thank you, Gino, and we're sorry, Gino. Both of those simultaneously. This is no longer a documentary. This is a long series of evidence and psychology studies. I swear to God. Lol, here's a CD that will make your tits grow. Great writing. I'll say one thing. Fair play to Chris for not giving himself unlimited bitches in this comic. He could quite easily make himself a pimp, but he's true to real life. I guess so. If only Bob the Lumberjack had really gotten Chris to shut that goddamn thing off. Really, though. I jumped 10 episodes and now Chris believes in portals and alternate dimensions. I swear to God. Why would you do that, though? Shuna, I love you. Pronouncing things how Chris spells them is just great, without any need for surgery. It's so funny. I feel entitled to a Sonichu medallion for having watched this entire series. Chris has all the time in the world to start making them now. Literally. Bob on his deathbed said he accepted Chris no matter what. Got a feeling that would have changed given recent events. God rest you, Lumberjack. After yesterday, we all come together once again, not to laugh, but to reflect on how dark the story comes. Literally. Everyone, Chris has been trolled for years and has the ability to notice obvious troll attempts now. Chris, Hyperdimension Neptunia is a part of our reality because of this audio clip I was sent. I don't know why I'm still surprised, but there's something very annoying about Chris using taxpayer plus begged money to buy the same game for 3 different consoles. What a fucking idiot. Damn, Bob really should have cut down the internet when he had the chance. So beautiful that he was arrested on August 1st, National Girlfriend Day. Look, if she didn't lose her virginity to a hooker, she definitely would have lost her virginity in jail. Well, the first time she was in jail, not for, incest, but, the first time she went to jail, obviously. Alright, last one. I'm fucking done. God, my uterus hurts so bad. Oh, that's a new clip.
What is the attraction? This is the story.
Yeah, he changed it up a little. Okay. Ugh, fuck.
On November 15th, 2017, Christine went to Twitter to post about a new customization feature she unlocked in the Sonic the Hedgehog game, Sonic Forces, which allowed users to create characters with different
shut up, no, girl.
By Chris's own slight heterochromia. The next day,
like
he bought the
1%.
video game Mother Russia Bleeds, set in an alternate timeline of 1980s Soviet Russia.
Oh.
Chris publicly updated the area code for Quickfill, Virginia, as 69488, likely instructed to do so by Joshua Wise, the person responsible for altering much of Quickfill's storyline and Chris's own personal beliefs.
Rise.
Members of the Kiwi Farms discovered that it was a zip code in Germany, though could have been a coincidence, since the number was more likely a combination of references. The sex position, known as 69, and the white nationalist code, 1488, representing the 14-word slogan,
dude.
We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children.
Jesus
and
Christ.
Nazi salute, Heil Hitler, with the T referring to the 8th letter of the English alphabet, H. On November 20th, Chris uploaded a new drawing on Patreon featuring Christine and Sailor Mercury and Luna from the Japanese anime series Sailor Moon having a conversation, with supposed Japanese translations next to their English speech bubbles. It is likely that Wise provided her with falsified Japanese text from which to copy through role-playing as his alias, John Yamada, for none of the Japanese text matched the English dialogue. For example, Christine expressed pride in being able to write her name in Japanese, when in fact she had written "Watashi wa penis o motte imasu," which translates to "I have a penis." Furthermore, what Chris assumed was smart hearts, smart minds, well-educated support.
Oh my God.
You look like the kind of person who fucks a guy in the ass and doesn't have the courtesy to ejaculate inside him. Soon after,
That's
Chris's
fucked up.
Patreon earnings dropped from $647 to $491, with at least one individual commenting that the reason for their departure was her failure to ship a comic book to them. On November 26th, Chris went to Twitter to reveal that Quickfill would soon be holding elections for the next mayor and posted a poll of the candidates asking her readers who they would choose. The list consisted of actor Brendan Fraser, chairman of China Mao Zedong, Chris's fictitious secretary and former mayor Alison Amber, and dictator of Chile Augusto Pinochet.
You're kidding.
And added that Russian President Vladimir Putin, who was purportedly the U.S. president in Quickfill's dimension, was also in the running.
What?
Posted a similar poll asking her fans to vote for the new chief of Quickfill Police Department. Her list of candidates included infamous serial killer Ed Gein, drug trafficker
Ed Gein?
of Panama,
I didn't even see that at
and Chris's
first.
own
What the
alias,
fuck?
Ian Brandon Anderson. On November 20th,
That's insane.
Christine posted on Patreon her calculation.
No way she put that.
Nightstar to be 1,500 years old, accounting for the different lengths of years and days in the pony setting of Equestria.
What
in
is
early
that?
December, Joshua
Oh.
Wise began enacting a new campaign of trickery and thought-altering by telling Chris stories and presenting altered images purporting to show Nazi forces invading Quickville, Virginia, in the hopes of capturing all the heroes of the town.
What the
Wise's John
fuck?
Yamada persona told her that the Christian Weston Chandler of the
Bro,
Quickville dimension had been kidnapped by Nazis and sent to the past, where he acquired satanic powers and abolished women's rights to enact his love quest, while also helping Nazi Germany win World War II.
Are you
Thus,
kidding?
Why the United States of
What
the
is
was
that?
under Nazi occupation. Christine made an angry drawing and monologue depicting herself kicking Quickville's Christian in the groin for what he had done to the world, thusly killing Christian.
Oh shit.
December 5th.
Why is he a Nazi now?
Sonichu issue 15, detailing the births and early lives of Sonichu and Rosechu. Due to the influence of Joshua Wise, Chris changed the canonic birthday of Sonichu from March 17th to April 20th, either to reference the widely known date of 420,
Hitler?
of marijuana smoking, or German dictator Adolf Hitler's birthday. Some members of the
God.
farms noticed that for the new paper,
I hate the fact that my birthday is literally 6 days after Hitler. I don't know why I hate that, but I do, I just do.
she was close
Even
to
it's not
referencing,
even on the
not
exact
directly
day of
copying or
Hitler.
tracing the fan
Hitler's
comic
birthday.
Rosechu story made by Kiwi Farms user Tricky. However, Chris took extra efforts to depict the tail of the Raichu Pokemon, which later turns into Rosechu, as a distinctly round-tipped female tail. Upon noticing this, Joshua Wise convinced her otherwise by claiming to be Rosechu, who had allegedly borrowed his computer to message Chris.
Fucking
On
hell.
December 6th, Christine confessed on Facebook that
Christ.
Rosechu was born male.
Bro,
Okay,
he's a
who's ready
crazy
to have their
troll.
minds
What the
totally,
fuck?
royally f***ed up? Rosie, our prime Rosechu, sweetheart of Sonichu, was born as a Pichu, male! The d***ed trolls were correct. Up until around the 4 Cents Garbage Adventure, Rosie did have, not a vagina, but a penis. She had the operation to become fully woman and give birth to Christine, Roberta, and Sarah. I felt super mortified and beyond shocked when she came out to me as a trans woman herself. Since when I created her after Sonichu around 2000, I had created her to be a female-only Pokemon, like a Kangaskhan. But, apparently, even though I am creator, apparently I am not a total goddess over my own city and creations. So, I will now put this to everyone online for their responses. Do you like it that for once the trolls were right? Or would you rather I revert back to telling everyone in Book 15 that our Miss Rosie Rosechu was always female? She wanted me to come forward with her truth on her behalf, as much as it really hurts me deep. I really feel like I should be reeled into my Pokeball and stored in the BC a while. I accept my Rose, as having been born male. That is all. Feeling greatly conflicted by this latest revelation, Chris posted a poll on Twitter asking her fans whether they would like to acknowledge the truly transsexed Rosechu or reject the so-called official history and continue considering Rosechu as have always been a girl. She later added that one choice would hurt Christine.
Does
while the
anyone
other
want to
would
listen
hurt
to
Rosechu,
LVIII?
So the trolls would apparently be
I
happy
do.
with either outcome. Chris's troublesome ex-girlfriend, Jessica Quinn, returned on Facebook to
Troublesome
commend Christine for the progressiveness of establishing a male-to-female transgender Sonichu character.
Oh.
A day later, the voting on the poll concluded, with 57% of the people voting to recognize a transgender Rosechu. Upon seeing
I like
these posts,
transgender
notable
Rosechu.
Kiwi Farms poster and moderator, the American Hedgehog, created a thread on the forums to collect and discuss all the recent and forthcoming information dispelled by Chris, which was decidedly made under duress or under the influence of an unknown troll feeding her ideas, who was at the time only referred to as Idea Guy. By this point,
Oh my God.
Wise had messaged some people on the Kiwi Farms using his account, BallsyMaker94, boasting about his involvement, but he had told them to keep his identity a secret.
Bro, the
Marvin,
idea guys are
moderator on the
fucking
Kiwi Farms,
insane.
and the original man in the pickle suit allegedly knew BallsyMaker94 was the Idea Guy, and even provided him with some advice concerning some trolling schemes. On December 11th, Christine unveiled a new character currently present in Quickville, Battery Charge Heart, CPU of Quickville, inspired by the CPUs, or goddesses, of the Hyperdimension Neptunia anime. Though unlike the original CPUs, Battery Charge does not represent any specific video game console. It was also on this day that Chris released a new YouTube video in which she recites what she believes to be a Cherokean chant, as informed by the idea guy, Joshua Wise, when in fact, it was the combination of the Russian taunt, Anu Chigibriki, popularized by the video game series Stalker, and Davai, which meant come on, or let's go. She is also squatting with a bottle of vodka in front of her while wearing a cap and striped Adidas tracksuit.
Oh,
a
what
wardrobe
the
and manners
fuck?
associated with the Kopnik subculture of Russia and other forms of states.
That's crazy. She's Russian now? She's Russian. Ruski. Sorry. Man, I can really roll my R's. I can really roll my R. Ah. What was that?
Marvin
Sorry.
used his Howard Winslow Twitter account to tell Chris that the video game convention, MagFest, would hold a panel discussing Chris-chan. Marvin encouraged her to attend. Also on that day,
course.
Christine urgently went to Facebook to inform her readers that Sylvana Rosechu, who existed in the same dimension as her entire city of Quickville,
Oh my God,
was lost in
excuse me.
time, destroyed in the past. She pleaded for her fans to believe in Sylvana in the
Oh
hopes that her
no.
power could bring her
Oh
back.
shit.
Later again, Christine wrote on Twitter that she sought revenge for those who destroyed Sylvana's original form, but in return presented the character's new form who appeared in her stead, Neo Sylvana Rosechu. It was around this time
What
that
the
Wise
hell?
convinced Chris that the Hyperdimension Neptunia character Neptune was waiting for her at a GameStop. Chris drove to the GameStop from which she was
No.
banned for pepper spraying an employee, honked her car horn, and repeatedly screamed Neptune's name. Afterwards, she went
No.
up to the window of the game retailer and quote-unquote scanned the interior, but did not see Neptune, so Chris made her way back home.
Well,
Also in mid-December,
why would you
Joshua
fucking see
Wise,
her at?
messaging Chris while pretending to be Magichan Sonichu in Quickville, told her that he prophesied Sonichu would give birth to Chris's long-longed-for daughter, Crystal, after being anally penetrated by Christine. Wise as Magichan
What?
said that if Chris drew that sex act, then she would not have to do it in real life, and Crystal would still come into being. She then made a drawing showing
what the
herself
fuck?
having anal sex with Sonichu in order to
Oh,
produce Crystal.
Christ.
At around December 17th, Chris told one of Joshua Wise's online personas that she was determined to go to her half-brother, Cole Smithy, in New York City to convince him to look after their mother, Barbara. Chris thought that a newly crafted Sonichu medallion made by Wise would be arriving in the mail, which would provide her with the powers to find out Cole's home address, though Wise never told her of any such thing. He convinced Chris not to go to New York, for Smithy needed not get involved in the Chandler's affairs, and that her family was low on funds.
Fair.
The next day, Christine confessed to one of the characters portrayed by Joshua Wise that she had renounced Christianity and instead began worshipping the CPUs of Hyperdimension Neptunia.
Oh my
She reasoned
God.
that she could get more speedy and efficient advice and guidance from the
Why?
CPUs, as
There's
opposed
no way
to
she's
God,
getting fooled
Jesus.
this easily
Chris
by
was
the idea,
convinced
guys.
of
No
the power of the
fucking
CPU
way.
goddesses because she had the ability
How?
to create her own CPU after learning from them, and the opportunity
Oh,
to be part
God.
of the family team of CPUs was a dream that Jesus could never
I
grant
can't
her,
believe
no matter
this.
how hard she prayed. On December 23rd, Christine posted 2 more drawings featuring the Sailor Moon characters, Sailor Neptune, Michiru, and Haruka, claiming that their speech bubbles had been translated into another language, when in fact, the accompanying translations were German lines of pro-Nazi dialogue.
No, that's insane.
Brothers in Arms, and Wolfenstein. 2 days
God.
later, she updated her Facebook followers with troubling news from Quickville, provided to her by Joshua Wise. She thought that there was civil unrest in her town, because in addition to rallies held by Ku Klux Klansmen, DJ Jamsta Sonichu was put on trial for molesting Punchy Sonichu, which resulted in the Punchy Sonichu riots. She
What
denied
the
rumors
fuck?
that Magichan was running Quickville like a police state, as he was not a criminal, and neither was the new mayor of Quickville, Brendan Fraser. Chris added
Brendan
that to stop the
Fraser.
criminals wreaking havoc in her town, the Trollbusters Anti-Troll Task Force
No way
was
fucking
being
Brendan
reorganized
Fraser
into the
is the
Quick
new
Stop,
mayor
a
of
reference to the
Quickville.
secret police of Nazi Germany. After a break of 10 days from online posting, Chris returned to Twitter on January 3rd, 2018, when she noticed that artist Brian Frogboy, also known as Brian Shipley, posted a page from his so-called Christian prequel comic, focused on the earlier years of Christian's life.
Oh my
Brian
God.
stated that he did not intend on finishing the new project and left it aside as practice. Christine commented that she was very interested in seeing how the story developed and how the artist would treat some aspects of Christian's past life. With this encouragement, Brian continued to work on completing the
Okay.
comic before the end of the month. 2 days later, Chris liked a video on YouTube which claims to feature subliminal frequencies that will cause one to astral project, or to theoretically have their consciousness travel
What?
to another time and place
What
outside of
the
confines
fuck?
of their physical body.
Astral
Also on that
projecting.
day, Chris announced a surprise marriage over Twitter and Facebook. I'm celebrating the love between Magichan Sonichu and his mentor and lover, Mewtwo.
What the
They have got
fuck?
secretly married recently. I'm truly happy for both of them, and if Sylvana were there, the 3 of them would have made a lovely harem.
What the
On
fuck?
January 6th, Chris arrived for the first day of the music and gaming festival, MagFest, and spent a
Ooh,
great deal of
fun.
time taking photos with her fans. She also attended a freelance art panel, where she interrupted the discussion to provide some advice from personal experience. It was noted that she
Girl.
brought a baseball bat with her to be used in the case of self-defense.
Oh God.
The schedule
of
for the
course.
second day of the convention featured a retrospective of the history of Sonichu and its creator, Christian. Christine attended the panel as an observing audience member. The room was
Okay.
veritably packed, and the panelists discussed subjects of an intimate level, which included the many trolling sagas, and she came for quick. The draw.
Oh my God! I remember this. I was like, why?
The discussion was concluded. The panelists gave Chris,
Why is that there?
after which time the audience
Okay.
gave Christine a standing ovation and encouraging applause. She proceeded
wow.
to walk down the aisle, high-fiving and hugging her adulating fans.
Oh, that's fun.
Chris's longtime Trolls gal pal, Kim Wilson, was also in attendance and later recounted the experience.
What the fuck?
The panel was created to definitely be a huge mockery of Chris.
Yeah.
Chris wasn't invited, as far as I'm aware of, and only decided to come because he got wind of it. It was
Yeah.
more or less of a surprise to the people running the panel when they found out he was there. They definitely glossed over a lot of their slides and made it seem more positive. A lot of the shit they said was wrong. Even simple stuff like, he got fired from Burger King.
That's
Apparently,
crazy.
their biggest source wasn't even the Wikipedia, but random videos of other people talking about him or interviews, which is just lazy, but pretty funny.
Yeah.
So after Chris spoke and was heading back to his seat in the back, he was high-fiving people. This one girl got a high five and a hug from him, and basically just shrieked with happiness.
That's insane.
She shook her hand at her friend, yelling about how Chris touched her hand, and wouldn't let anything touch that hand, and kept going on and on about how Chris touched her hand, and
That's
was overjoyed
gross.
by it to the point that I actually thought this girl was going to go find him to suck his dick. She wasn't even a fat or unattractive girl either, so IDK. Marvin was also there, and later wrote his account of the event on Kiwi Farms. What everyone seems to be wondering,
Marvin.
does Chris smell? No, at least, there isn't like some miasma cloud hanging around him. I was pretty close to him, but I obviously didn't stick my nose in his shirt or anything, so if he's got a smell, you definitely won't notice anything just casually hanging around him.
I'm
and even if
surprised.
you really are determined to get a whiff, it's probably not that strong. It helps that it's the winter, and so he's not hustling around in the heat.
Okay.
No perfume or axe this time either.
Okay.
Chris stayed back after the panel to talk with her fans and take photos with them.
Right now, what are your thoughts on it? I love all gays and lesbians!
Oh, dang. Dang.
Also in the audience was Adam Stackhouse, the winner of the 2007.
Wait, what the fuck? I forgot about that.
Much of Chris's anger at the time. They seemed to finally meet on
Oh
pleasant
my
terms
god,
and
that's
took a selfie
amazing.
Together.
That's
On January
crazy.
9th, Brian Frogboy posted another
I
image
totally forgot that Adam Stackhouse was
that the
there.
page accurately described his yearnings back then, having devoted
Oh
too
my
much time
God.
on fulfilling his love quest instead of focusing on Sonichu, admitting to being too selfish back then.
Damn.
The next day, Alan Denton, a writer for the Sonic Boom TV series, tweeted,
Oh.
I love when people are inspired enough by something to write their own fanfiction. Totally support that. But, and I can't believe
Hi,
I
Dad.
have to say this, if you then insist to the creators that your made-up story become canon, you've gone too far. Whisper silently to my folder of Sonichu fanfic, but not you. You'll all be canon one day. 2 days later, Christine shared newly uncovered memorabilia concerning her late father, Bob Chandler, which included a newspaper clipping regarding his 25th anniversary of working with General Electric, and a flyer advertising his so-called musical pushcart, which would play vintage music for any willing listeners in downtown Charlottesville. On January 10th, the idea guy, Joshua Wise,
Huh?
invited an unknown user of the QB Farms to take part in a trollsome conversation with Chris, using the messaging function
Trollsome.
of the digital video game
Well,
distribution
that's a
service
new
Steam.
word.
The other party was told to portray the part of high-ranking SS figure during World War II, Herman Fegelein, who was allegedly threatening to lead German forces into the My Little Pony land of Equestria, claiming that it had belonged to the Reich centuries ago. Their conversation ultimately concludes inconclusively with a threat of invasion pending. Wise later wrote that he pushed the Nazi storyline onto Chris since she easily identified them as a villainous entity and did not understand why Russians, North Koreans, or communists were bad.
Why the
January
fuck?
16th, Wise convinced Chris that Nazis had planted a surveillance bug inside her Christine doll, which she had fashioned out of a My Little Pony figurine to make it look more like herself. She proceeded to destroy the doll on camera.
No, wait,
Nazis.
girl.
I am not afraid of any of you. And you do anything else in Quickville, I'm gonna send you all down the river. You may as well send yourselves down the river before I send you all down the river.
Bro, you can't even destroy that thing?
I think I can be bought off like just by having kill it myself.
Damn, that's crazy.
Even once I end up in the character with a bucket. Now, I won't have it, and you all will not be in Quickville for much longer. Let's see to it personally. Oh, I really glued this thing good. Anyway,
She then uses a part of a bed frame to attempt to crush the doll further.
Seriously? Come on.
so there.
3
It's
days
a
later,
waste,
Chris continues
man.
the anti-Nazi theme by uploading a video on YouTube in which she destroys her Christmas tree.
Why?
Nazis, which were apparently invading the My Little Pony land of Equestria.
You friggin' Nazis! I'm gonna kick you all out of Equestria!
Why is that funny? Even with context, that's so fucking weird. Well, because the context itself is weird. I don't even know what the context is at this point. There is none.
Nazis!
It's just... Nazi's not allowed in Equestria. Looks like she's fucking the tree, I'm sorry. Can't even destroy a Christmas tree.
Wait, look at that now, you friggin' Nazis! Heed my warning! You get out of Equestria, you friggin' Nazis!
Chris then rips up a picture of wrestler Hulk Hogan.
What?
Notable QB Farms commenter Hollywood Hulk Hogan.
Are you
making
kidding?
Fun of Chris's weight.
Who's a badass now? Hope, sir! My favorite wrestler is Chris Benoit! My brothers, sisters, and I, of Antifa, we will assure you
Antifa?
get
Oh
the
my
hell out of
God.
Equestria now!
Now she knows about Antifa. Okay. Cool. Love that.
I'll be back. Hasta!
On January 20th, in response to an artist on Twitter posting an image of their new waifu, or illustrated, usually female character one may feel romantically attached to, Chris objected to the concept, writing that she never understood how people could feel that a character from a show who has dimensions out of their league was like a significant other to them. She was instead more old-fashioned, preferring real women. Christine added that she only purchased a dakimakura, or body pillow, with a female anime character's image on it, out of peer pressure, suggested to do so by one of her ex-girlfriends. During the time Chris had it, she never envisioned it as anything more than just a pillow, and apparently had already disposed of it. The
Oh,
next day,
okay.
Chris tweeted a retraction. Hey everyone, I'm tweeting right now to retract and correct the comment I made a short while ago about waifus. I was insensitive, not only to all of you in this world, but also to those individuals who are fictional here, who all are real in the other dimension of this world. Those waifus are real. They all have feelings too. I was in mind of a year or two ago when I was proposed the question about my waifu by my past girlfriend. I did not really have a waifu then, because I had never really thought about it beforehand, ever. Soon after, she deleted these tweets, and in their place, retweeted the original tweet which sparked this discussion, and wrote that all those who had waifus should treat them with the utmost kindness and respect, as they were real, had families, and all that. They got into arguments concerning Chris's laziness, and how she would treat Blonde if they were in a relationship. When asked what she would do if on a date with Blonde, I would make out with you, make my way downwards, and I would put my 2 middle fingers onto your clit for starters. Then I would progress into your vulva with my fingers and rub the front inside of your vagina.
The front inside.
And at your request, I would lick it on the clit, the edges, and even put my tongue into.
Or I'm back.
On January 22nd, Kiwi Farms moderators revealed the identity of the idea guy as Joshua Wise. They also posted his date of birth, home address, and the Facebook pages of himself and his family members. The forum members claimed that the reason for the revelation was because the content that Chris was producing under Wise's influence was quote-unquote trash. Others then came forward with information that Wise had provided them, including new pages of the Sonichu comic that were drawn under his influence. For example, some of Christine's characters were Islamic extremists or drug dealers. Also, Chris created new Sonichu characters, including Bundy Jew, in honor of infamous serial killer Ted Bundy, and Robert Jew, in honor of her father. Thinking that publicizing his personal information would be enough to deter him from contacting Chris again, Kiwi Farms members assumed that the Idea Guy saga was over. However, Joshua Wise, playing the part of John Yamada, instead informed Christine that he had come to attack and could not communicate efficiently with her anymore, so he redirected Chris to Johnson Wiles, Yamada's original character, or OC, residing in a different dimension, through whom Wise continued to message Chris. On the 23rd, Chris officially created a new pony character, influenced by Wise, named Kanti Nugget, apparently of Vietnamese heritage, whose name Wise claimed translated to happiness.
Are you kidding?
5 days later, Chris attended a Pokemon trading card game tournament at the End Games card game store, wherein participants opened and then played with newly released cards contained within a pre-release kit with an entry fee of $30. On the final day of January, Chris posted a YouTube video in which she asks for people to buy her old Pokemon cards to help pay for her mother's dental care.
Hello, everybody. This is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. After the log start date 01312018.
We already know you're not gonna actually pay for that. Okay, stop
I would like to give a special shout out and appreciation to Brian Frogboy on Twitter for the Chris Chan Prologue comic book. Hey, I'm working with him. We're gonna try to get a few copies of that book going around. Personally doing that, it's okay. No, the little details are a bit off here and there. It's still very good. Anyway, this video, aside from that, is about, in particular, my collection of old Pokemon cards. I am literally going to be selling these on eBay.
Hey, bye, Dad.
Pretty much showing
Love you.
what you get here. Anyway, so I'm just going to flip through this and you'll get to see what you get.
Yeah.
More than 150 or so cards. You're not going to find these elsewhere, and you're going to get quite a bang for your buck, not because of the cards, but because of the bonus content that is mine and mine alone.
Chris goes on to display 2 binders filled with Pokemon cards.
Oh,
that's my very first Pokemon card.
Fun.
ACH Charmeleon.
Nice.
You know where I got this card from?
That butthole.
Just the BloBer magazine.
Oh, that's fun.
I'm thinking about adding this to a listing as well for its own listing, and we sign it. Let me sign right now, right? Man, this guy's gonna need a dental job. This listing is definitely going to help restore my mother's
Like your mother, apparently.
Lots of problems with that. This is it. This is my very first card ever. And I definitely personally documented. Card is in here. Let's see. Oh, I got my very first Pokemon card from the February 1999 Power issue. Yay! Number 1 card. Alright, so that's it for now. In a little while, I'll probably do a dance video because that was a paid request.
No.
But I have so many other things and obligations to take care of right now, believe it or not. It's true. Alright, so y'all have a great, safe day. Keep a happy thought.
The binders are
Girly.
listed on eBay with buy now prices of $700 and $200 respectively, and the signed Nintendo Power magazine was put up for $150. Card trader Cabal Coffers offered $500 for the larger binder, which Chris eventually accepted. Upon receiving the package, Cabal Coffers filmed an unboxing video showcasing what he received.
As you can see, she wrote handle with hair everywhere. This is loose, rolling around in the box.
Huh,
He
interesting.
proceeds to sanitize the binder and was optimistic about his purchase.
You're really gonna need to sanitize that.
And reckoned that he comfortably made his money back after the first 14 pages, and believed that in a few years, the contents of the binder could be worth $3,000 or $4,000.
Oh,
In
wow.
response to the purchase, Chris notified her Facebook followers that all of the proceeds went to her mother, Barbara, who promptly scheduled a dental appointment. Her Facebook friend,
Doubt that.
Elliot Waterman, doubted that she could set up an appointment so quickly. Chris's troublesome ex-girlfriend, Jessica Quinn, was optimistic that Chris would, for the time being, stop using her mother to sell her junk. Not long after, Chris purchased 2 Pokemon cards on eBay, costing a total of
Motherfucker.
$52.
See, this is what I...
On February 1st, Christine bought the PlayStation 1 game, Blast Chamber, on eBay for $5.
Motherfucker. Literally.
Also on that day, Chris posted a photo on
Dumbass.
Facebook of herself drawing new comic pages on a clipboard clipped onto an easel, proud to be standing and drawing. 2
Girl.
days later, in response to a comment on Twitter, Brian Frogboy wrote that he personally did not believe cartoons were real in another reality, but did not influence what Chris believed. Chris replied, stating, That is a real shame that you say that at Brian Frogboy, because our
Good.
fictional individuals are real, and they do exist. They are alive and breathing and living, just like you, I, and everyone else in this
Okay,
world.
but they were
You should
created
open
by
your mind
people.
and heart to them fully. After another fan reply, Brian wrote that if Christine truly believed a cartoon reality existed, then she should consult a professional. Chris responded, "Consult a professional is another insensitive comment. That is strike 2 at Brian Frogboy. More appropriately, you should see it for yourself to try to understand for yourself." The next day, Brian Frogboy posted a printable illustration of his rendition of a Sonichu medallion, which Chris did not approve.
I'm a little country pop. We're gonna make your haters stop. I tell you straight up, no lies. Our emotions, thoughts, and love.
On February
What?
5th, after coming in contact with Chris, the independent, self-confessed boy band Boy Spicy released a song titled Love is Love, featuring Christine on lead vocals. She sings the lyrics she originally wrote for Sonichu issue 12, with
Oh.
Boy Spicy providing the instrumental backing track.
Who's gonna tell us you've been home?
On February 7th, Brian Shickley revealed that he had received a printed proof copy of his Christian prequel comic, which was printed by the custom book publishing site, Lulu. They discussed how
Oh,
he would
fun.
provide the books for Chris to sell by herself, stating that she would be getting all the profits. 2 days later, Chris announced that her Sonichu comic books were once again available for purchase from Lulu for the first time since her ban in December 2015,
Oh.
which she evaded by creating a new account.
Wow.
Christian. Arguably the most documented person in history.
Is Gino really referencing himself here?
Samuel, too, uploaded a video titled Comprehensive History, Part 1, a multi-part documentary project presenting
That's insane.
Chris's life based on all available information in an objective manner. The video was quickly shared on QV Farms, and the channel steadily grew in popularity.
God.
It would continue to regularly upload installments of the Comprehensive History series over the next 5 months. This is the story of Christian.
Why is that so funny? Somebody did predict that in the comment section at some
On February
point.
16th, Christine received her copy of the Christian prequel comic by Brian Shipman.
Oh my
Posted a photo
God.
of herself holding it up.
How Gino would end up
She posted
referencing
photos of
himself.
Christine dolls, which were written
That's so fucking funny.
like their predecessors. She spilled paint on several pages.
Oh god, is that poo poo? No, I'm kidding. Yeet poo poo.
The stained pages
Joking.
on eBay, announcing so in a YouTube video.
From my recent painting projects, I had an accident. I built some paint. Like hand drawn cover of Sonichu number 14, as well as the first 3 pages.
My butthole.
So
Sorry,
I'm gonna be
what?
tracing and
What?
redrawing these 4 items. So
Alright,
at this point, I'm going to be putting these up on eBay.
Does this one work?
So if any of y'all would like something that was originally hand drawn with me from amongst my books, now's a good time. Even though it's a bit damaged, but still.
Ow.
How it is with artists, that's what makes it more unique. And I'll personally put a certificate of authenticity on all these, and these will come in a page sleeve. So step right up and pay some good money for a little bit more of
What
something
the hell?
authentic from me. Thank you, and have a awesome day.
The pages were listed with an asking price of $100 and were sold 2 minutes after being posted.
Yowie.
On February 24th, Chris celebrated her 36th birthday and made a special announcement on Facebook.
Yay.
Everyone, please listen. I would like to personally talk about Christian Love Day, as it is not only my own birthday.
Why?
But it's a day of loving Christians.
We're
No
talking
one
about Christian
deserves as
Love
much
Day
kindness
again?
and love
Fuck
as
me.
everyone else respectively and individually does.
In the
And
anus,
side
dude, I
note,
swear to
it is
God.
also Mexico's Flag Day, but what Christian Love Day
course.
truly means to me, and I feel should be encouraged from
Is your
everyone else
fucking
to follow
birthday,
suit
you
on
twat.
February 24. If you would, please. It is a day to extend your love and kindness to everyone, period, and do it with as much gusto and sincerity as you like. May they be family, sweetheart, friend, ally, workmate, creature, plant, an individual who is a fantasy character in this world of ours, and, of course, even a stranger or someone you do not know yet. Share the love. Or
Why?
Let your
Okay.
friendship and family circles grow. Do not be shy. The more genuine love and kindness you give, the more you do get from them and everyone else.
Fuck,
Give
I
a
have to
hug,
literally
give a
point
smile,
it.
Say hey there, for Christian Love Day is the special day we give love and kindness to everyone. Thank you all so much. Love,
Okay,
is Christine
I'm good.
Kristen Chandler. Before the time
I
came,
know.
it seemed that Christine had regained some semblance of control of her own life and her mind. Her uncle
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it.
provide her with additional income in the form of eBay sales and Patreon supporters.
eBay.
However,
Oh, bro, it's almost time for me to go into therapy. Thank God this is over.
We're toying with her emotions and beliefs, and we're about to push her to her breaking point.
God, fuck. Damn. Fucking hell, we're really seeing the downfall. Jeez, this hurts. And he referenced himself, that's funny. I know Gino was giggling and kicking his feet and twirling his hair when he finally gets how quickly his series became popular in his own video, literally. Bro, Adam Stackhouse making an appearance is like a first season one-off character coming back for a cameo, exactly. If Mewtwo had raised and trained Magic-Chan only to wind up marrying him, can we say that Magic-Chan was groomed? Probably, yeah. It's really sad to think that the convention panel made specifically to make fun of Chris maybe one of the happiest moments in Chris's life, literally. Finally, we have come full circle. Gino has documented himself documenting what other people have documented about the most documented person in the documented world. Doug Dimmadome, home of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Gino talking about himself in the third person is exactly something he would do, literally. Fuck! Dying again. Okay, yeah. Chris diplomatically saying, with due respect, Heil Hitler at the end of a discussion with a Nazi ambassador to Equestria is an overlooked moment of comedy gold. That shout out to Gino Samuel for documenting all of this. He's a pretty awesome guy and I'm glad he's getting recognized by you. Chris, I'm attracted to real women, not fictional characters. Also Chris. Anyways, I'm married to 3 of my Sonichu OCs and a Pokemon character. Mewtwo. I mean, come on, being married to Mewtwo, like, I'd brag about that too if I were actually married to him. How crazy is it? The documentary about Chris Chan has become part of Christory. Watching part 60 of the documentary talk about part 1 of the documentary is genuinely bizarre, and I'm so happy to be along for the ride. Chris getting a standing ovation at a convention Sonichu panel, high-fiving, hugging everyone, and taking a selfie with Adam Stackhouse has got to be the most heartwarming moment in the entire series so far. It's a shame that the story can end on a high note like that. No, it ended on A0, you know, because it's the lowest note on the piano. Get it? Chris and Adam meeting and squashing the beef would be the perfect place to stop if you want the good ending. 3 days later, Chris continued the anti-Nazi theme by uploading a video on YouTube in which she destroys her Christmas tree to intimidate the Nazis, which were apparently invading the My Little Pony land of Equestria. I swear, you can take nearly any sentence from this video without context and be entirely lost, literally. How fitting that Gino returned on Chris Chan's 40th birthday. Glad to have you back. I am not a total goddess. What if the right times Chris Chan was realistic? Literally. Oh my god. Okay, I gotta go now. I'm about to join my therapy thing on Zoom. So anyways, that's all for today, my gemsters. If you like this video, you better shout that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you like me in general. That's all, folks. I'm out. My feet.